welcome back to a brand new stream. How's it going? What's up? What's going on, Matthew, Dorito, User, Rooter, David, Matthew, Justin, I Preston, Michelle. How's it going, y'all? What are we doing? World Cup, bro. I watched the World Cup. That was a crazy game, bro. That was a crazy game. I came alive. Santiago, they even turn it up, bro. They even turn it up. Yeah, crazy game. I watched the entire thing. That's why the stream was delayed for like an hour or so, because I was watching it. But it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. Spain won. So, are y'all happy that Spain won? Are y'all W's or L's? W's or L's? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Anyways, we're gonna do if I cringe, you guys get Robux. Let me get the notepad out real quick while we set this up. Let me not leak anything. Hold on. All right, we're good. Last stream we gave 500 Robux, so we'll see how much we'll give this stream, but we're gonna reset to 0. Here we go. But yeah, okay. Can we cuss in this chat? No. If you cuss in this chat, you're getting banned. You're getting banned. Insta banned. Permanently banned. But yeah. Anyways, we'll start up. We might do a second stream later today. We'll see. It all depends. You know. It all depends on how much time we have. We might not have enough time, but we'll see. Here we go.
Do you have strict parents? If they do more than half of these,
here we go.
Yes, you do. First thing is no junk food. See,
no junk food? I can have junk food here and there.
I was young about 45 years ago. I wasn't allowed junk food.
45 years ago.
It was whatever was at home, which is rice and chicken. Yeah, my parents enforced this. 87% of parents do this to their kids as well, according to this data here. Limited screen time. Yes. We had gaming consoles and TVs back in the 90s.
Yeah, I had some screen time, yeah. But when I was like much younger, yeah.
1980s. So yeah, there was a limit for me. I was about 30 minutes a day, and the rest of the day I had to study. And
30 minutes a day is crazy.
I had was studying anyway. We were learning math equations on the TV. 43% of parents enforce this. It's probably gonna go up even more. Background checks on your friends. Yeah, if I
background check on your what?
Had any friends?
Oh. I don't think so.
36% of people experience this. Must be nice. Early bedtime. Oh, dude, 100%.
Early bedtime?
I had to go to sleep at 9 to 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No matter what. Which was the most annoying part, because I don't know why. I used to have anxiety when I went to sleep at night. But
if you're going to bed before like 9 p.m., I feel like that's pretty bad.
Why I sleep at like 5 a.m.
I feel like that's pretty bad.
82% of parents enforce this. Yeah, it's something I would do for my kids as well. What about you? Which one do your parents enforce?
How would you do that rolling tongue thing, bro? He does added his lip. Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know how he does that. Morgan, they have the soccer trophy, bro.
My neighbor shook my hand at the block party on Saturday. On Sunday morning, I watched her steal my package off my porch on camera. I had been
Yo, his neighbor's low-key baddie. Is that crazy to say?
losing packages for 6 weeks straight. 3 pairs of shoes, 2 birthday gifts, and a laptop bag. I bought a camera and installed it above my front door on Friday night. Saturday was the block party on our street. My neighbor Sandra walked up and introduced herself. She shook my hand and told me my garden looked nice. Sunday morning, I checked the camera from my phone. Sandra walked up to my porch at 9 a.m. She looked left. She looked right. She picked up my package and walked back to her house.
PS5?
I sat with my phone for a long time without moving. Then I downloaded the footage and drove straight to the police station. The officer watched the video once and asked for her address. I told him it was the house directly next door to mine. 2 officers knocked on Sandra's door that afternoon. She opened it smiling. The smile disappeared when they told her why they were there. They asked if they could come inside. She said yes. 4 of my packages were sitting on her kitchen table, still unopened. She was charged that same evening. I had everything back by Monday morning, except one thing. The police searched Sandra's entire house.
No, not the PS5.
My neighbor shook...
What? Did they not find the PS5, bro?
House. Bro,
What's
imagine if your evil twin owned Roblox. You log in, and suddenly, an announcement appears. Ninjagaming Studio is now the new Roblox owner.
Huh?
That's me, but you're confused, because you're not the new owner. Your twin is. You think it's just a mistake.
Since when do you have a twin?
Your evil twin starts making bad updates. He removes chat, deletes everyone's friends list.
Maybe David Bazooki's actually good, but his evil twin took over Roblox, and we don't know. You never know.
Bans every anime game. Bro, what is he doing? The whole community is angry. Not at your evil twin, but at you. Because everyone thinks you're the owner. Then one day, you finally save up 10,000 Robux, ready to buy your dream item. But just as you're about to click buy, your evil twin changes the price to 100,000 Robux.
Crazy.
Now you're angry. You run to tell your mom everything he's been doing. But the moment your evil twin sees your mom, he suddenly becomes the sweetest kid ever. Big smiles, innocent look, and he just says, I would never ever do that. I love my twin brother. That's a lie! So like this video if you feel bad for me. Bro!
Crazy.
The internet lied to you about surviving a nuclear explosion. Number 3.
Okay. Cool. Satisfying industrial plant videos. Oh my gosh, industrial plant are so satisfying. Like, yo, that's how they make the Squid Game cookie. Wait. Oh my gosh, look at that oil. Is that oil? I don't know. I think it looks like oil. Oh. Oh. Just leave the red card. Oh. Y'all can't look at this and say this is not satisfying. I think everyone in the chat can agree right now this is satisfying. Stella, thank you live in disco. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh. I would not trust that. Shopping carts. Okay. Alright. And then like a little pattern here. Okay, nice. Go back to the videos, bro. I don't think there's any more videos. The videos were good. Oh my holy buns. Yo. Looks good.
I walked through my school's metal detector and it started beeping. I was only carrying a lunchbox in my hand, but the principal snatched it and started whispering, "Oh my God." He led me to his office where he set the lunchbox on the table and demanded to know why I brought a bomb into school. I stared at my ham and cheese sandwich, my juice box, and my candy bar and told him this was just my lunch my mom had packed. He freaked out. What kind of lunch makes the detector start beeping? I shrugged and suggested the detector was just faulty, but he started examining my sandwich, holding the bread against the light and trying to see if there was something inside the crust. I asked him to please stop touching my sandwich with his unwashed hands, and he slammed his palms on the table. "You're worried I'm going to find something, aren't you?" He picked up his phone, and before I knew it, 2 police officers and a drug-sniffing dog barged into the office. The dog
Bro, can you just open the sandwich?
Immediately approached
I'm so
my
confused.
food. The principal pointed his finger. "See? The dog knows that's a bomb," I replied, "or it just wants my sandwich." The principal picked up my juice box and looked at it closer, and one of the officers leaned in and said, "That could be gasoline inside. Maybe he wants to start a fire." I told them the juice box wasn't even opened, so I couldn't have gotten anything inside it. I watched them pick apart my sandwich, laying out the ham and cheese individually on the desk, and wondered how these were the people in charge of making decisions. Eventually, the principal called my mom. "Please get here immediately. We suspect your son has a bomb." My mom rushed in. "Oh my God, is everything okay?" But then she saw my lunchbox on the table, the sandwich picked apart, the juice box opened, and the dog trying to tear at the wrapper of my candy bar. "So what's the issue?" "Our detector started beeping when he walked through
Okay, why the detector actually turn on?
We suspect these are explosives disguised as a sandwich. My mom looked around, then scrunched her face and pointed to her temple. "Are you people cuckoo?" She picked up the bread and crumpled it on the principal's desk. "I just left my 2-month-old baby home alone because your detector told you a ham and cheese sandwich was a bomb. And instead of going, maybe the detector is wrong, you decided that my 8-year-old son had somehow created bombs that look like bread." Everyone's faces went red. The principal stared at his desk and the officers wouldn't say a word, but my mom kept going, calling them incompetent, analytically deficient, and said if it started raining knowledge, they would choose to stay inside. Finally, she told them they'd be paying for a new lunch for me and stormed out. The next day, I walked up to the principal and asked if I should take my sandwich through the detector, just in case it's a bomb. I walked through.
Yeah, I don't know why it would actually scan that though.
Message you've ever sent, every search you've ever made has been recorded somewhere.
I'm sorry, what? You said every search that's been made? From me? Oh. So my search history. Oh, okay.
And one day, AI could become powerful enough to find and scan through all of it.
I'm sorry, what? My search history? Oh no, I'm cooked. Oh no, I'm cooked. Oh no.
Now it'll try to determine one thing. Were you for the rise of AI, or were you against it? If it finds that you were against it, it exposes your embarrassing messages, your search history, the things you thought no one would ever see.
I love AI. AI is amazing. You know, AI is actually the best innovation we've had ever. You know, innovation, it's so good. I love AI. I love AI.
But if it finds that you helped it grow, well, you're spared. Now, if you never knew AI was coming like this, well, then you were ignorant and innocent. But since you're watching this video, it's already too late. Now you have to choose.
Hey guys, we all agree that AI is like the best thing ever, right guys?
My Uber driver suddenly turned around and said, "Wow, you are so pretty. Will you be my wife?" My heart started beating in my chest because I just heard a story about a woman being kidnapped in a taxi. I shook my head as fast as I could, but he just nodded like I'd said yes and kept driving. I saw him looking at me through the mirror, and he gave that smile again, so I slid my hand to the handle to escape, but it clicked against a child lock. I even texted my boyfriend the plate number and "call me right now," but he didn't reply. I was 15 minutes from home and suddenly not sure I'd get there. "Just so you know, I have a boyfriend," I said, keeping my voice as light as I could. The driver just smiled into the mirror and said, "Do not worry about your boyfriend." My back went cold. I pulled up the route on my phone, and the car was going the complete opposite direction of my house. I started crying because I just talked about marriage with my boyfriend that same day, and now I wasn't sure I would see him again. I called him, but it went straight to voicemail, so I unbuckled without a sound and turned my shoulder to the door, ready to slam through it at the next red light.
Break the window.
The driver slowed, checked both ways, and ran straight through it. Then my phone buzzed against my palm with a battery warning, showing 2%, and my mind went haywire. The driver pulled into a park with no streetlights and whispered, "Tonight changes everything for you." The second the car stopped, I threw my shoulder into the door, and it finally swung open, so I came out screaming with my keys between my fingers. "Help! Somebody!" My scream died because my boyfriend was on one knee in the grass under a tree strung with fairy lights, holding up a ring while I stood ready to fight for my life. "I paid him to drive you here," he said. He had one line to say on the way here. One line. The driver held out the crumpled note with both hands like an apology. "I practiced it all day, sir." Then I saw her face and said it incorrectly. "But you said keep the doors locked so I would not spoil the surprise." That part I did right. I took the note and read the line carefully. "Someone wants to make you his wife tonight." I shook my head, said yes to my boyfriend, and invited the driver to our wedding. My Uber driver—
all of that because of a misspell, bro?
Good news.
Oh man, Brittany, they've life in disco.
My brother Robbie called our family into the living room and pulled up a PowerPoint called "How to Speak to Me with Respect." From now on, nobody in this house is allowed to say the word "you" to me. Instead of "Can you pass the salt?" you say "Could Robbie pass the salt?" I said, "Are you serious?" He slammed his mouse on the table. "Do I look like I'm joking?" My parents looked at each other. "Anything for you, for Robbie," Dad said to him, and Robbie grinned. Then my boyfriend Mark arrived for dinner, and I warned him about the rule. So we sat for dinner, and I carefully said, "Could Robbie pass the salt?" Robbie passed it with a smile. "I'm glad you're following Robbie's rule," Mom told me, and Dad agreed. Robbie looked pleased with himself.
I think Robbie's stupid, bro.
I wanted this to end already. And then Mark accidentally said, "So what's new with you, Robbie?" Robbie instantly flipped the table, making mashed potatoes land on Mark's shirt. Robbie screamed, "What did you say to me?" Mom screamed at Mark, "You need to leave. You're upsetting Robbie." Robbie walked over to Mark and pushed him against his seat, got right in his face yelling, "Yeah, Robbie wants you to leave. Robbie hates you." That's when I had enough. I looked
this just proves that literally people can make an argument out of anything, bro.
At Robbie and said, "You are insane, and I'm not following your rule anymore." Robbie screamed so loud the walls shook. That's when Dad got up and threw Mark out of the house. And when he came back, told me, "If you can't follow your brother's rule, you're going to live with your aunt." Robbie smirked behind his shoulder and mouthed, "You lose," at me. Dad went to my room and packed my clothes, saying I needed to treat Robbie with respect. I almost lunged at him, but then we heard a loud knock on the door, followed by, "Police, open up," but none of us had called the cops. When we opened the door, Mark was standing next to the officers, and I knew he was the one who called them. The officer looked at Robbie and said, "Mark told us someone was in danger. Are you okay, son?" Robbie's face went purple. "You said it. You said the word to me. I'm being attacked in my own home." The officers looked at each other. Knew Robbie was the one putting people in danger, so they handcuffed him right there. Robbie screamed that this was my fault. I just mouthed, "You lose." My brother—
I don't know. I don't know.
My new
Robbie
cellmate was 7 feet tall, covered in scars, and told me the top bunk was his. I was in
so cooked.
county for 11 unpaid parking tickets. I said, "Absolutely, sir, both bunks are yours," and started planning my funeral. He climbed up, and I lay there waiting to be folded in half during my sleep. Then at 2 a.m., a tiny voice from the top bunk said, "Hey, can you read?" I said, "Yes." He went quiet. Then he lowered a children's book over the edge and whispered, "Nobody ever taught me." So I taught him how to read, 1 page a night. He sounded the words out and got so happy that he punched the wall and cracked it. And by the end of the book, he was crying so hard the guards came to check on us. When some guy in the yard shoved me, my cellmate stood up and said, "That's my little study buddy." Nobody messed with me again. The day I got out, he handed me his book and made me—
Is that Michael Jackson?
Promise to mail him another one. I did, and I also paid my parking ticket. My new cellmate—
Oh, nice.
"Have a piece of pecan pie," Aunt Jemima said at Thanksgiving.
I bet you she's allergic.
I was confused because she knew I was allergic to nuts. "Sorry, I can't. I'm allergic." Her face turned red with anger. "You're so spoiled. I spent all night working on this dessert," she snapped. "One piece won't kill you." She handed me the fork, and I knew she wasn't going to stop trying to get me to eat it. I shook my head and pushed the plate away from me, but she grabbed my hand. "If you don't eat this, I won't be coming to any family gatherings again," Aunt Jemima threatened. My parents gasped in shock. "Don't worry, Cassie. You don't have to eat it," Mom told me sharply, but Dad looked extremely upset because Aunt Jemima was his sister, and he didn't want to let her down. I tried to make a joke to lighten the mood, but that's when it happened. Aunt Jemima grabbed my head and shoved the fork with the pecan pie in my mouth. I was so shocked I couldn't move.
Oh my gosh, that's a lawsuit.
My lips immediately swelled up
That's
and I
a
was
lawsuit.
struggling to breathe. My mom ran over with her
Save the
EpiPen,
sub.
but Aunt Jemima held her back. She's faking it. Don't help her. I blacked out. And when I woke up, I was in a hospital bed with my parents hovering over me. I looked over and saw Aunt Jemima in the corner. She shook her head like I was the one who did something wrong. You should be apologizing to me. You ruined Thanksgiving dinner for this whole
Yo, throw Aunt Jemima out the window, bro. Can we do that, please?
family. My dad
we
just
need more of
shrugged
that.
and defended her like always. It wasn't bad intentioned. I just smiled. If you want me to ruin family dinner so badly, then your wish is my command. She didn't understand what I meant, but I was coming up with a revenge plan. A few weeks later, me and my friends made special brownies and brought them to Christmas dinner. They were Aunt Jemima's favorite kind, chocolate chunk. I held out the platter as soon as I walked in. I just wanted to thank you for proving to everyone how real my nut allergy is, I said sweetly. Here's a peace offering. She looked a little skeptical at first, but ate one quickly, then another, then another. By the time we sat down for dinner, the special brownies had kicked in for Aunt Jemima, and she started rambling about Thanksgiving. She pointed at me. I shoved that pie in her mouth on Thanksgiving because she's always getting spoiled with attention from you guys. Everything is always about her, never about me. I wanted you all to pay more attention
why is she
to
telling
me.
the
She just
truth?
confessed to harming me on purpose. The whole table went silent. My mom dropped her fork in shock, and my dad finally stood up to her. Get out of my house, he said. Aunt Jemima reached for another brownie like she didn't even hear him. I leaned in close as she chewed. You were right, Aunt Jemima, I
Patricia,
whispered.
they have the
One
Life
piece
and
won't
Disco.
kill you. Her eyes went wide as she finally realized I had poisoned the brownies she was eating. For the first time, she had nothing to say. Have a piece of
I mean, deserved though. Deserved. You know what I mean? That's
An
that's really
81-year-old
deserved.
grandmother played Minecraft for 15 days straight, hoping it would save
bedroom
her
wall did this
grandson's
up.
life. You see, her grandson really loved Minecraft, so she learned how to play it just so she could spend more time with him. But one day, doctors found
Granny?
cancer in his body, and his family needed help paying for treatment. So she started posting Minecraft videos online, realizing the money her channel made could go toward his care. And when her videos went completely viral, strangers from all around the world started sending her donations, helping pay for the treatment that finally left him cancer-free.
Wait, that's wholesome, bro.
An 81
That's really wholesome. W,
I just
bro.
get
Bomb ho. They've
2026
just got even crazier.
Part 45. Well, guys, it was just revealed that these emojis are expected to arrive.
New emojis. Wait, these look good. Wait, is that a pickle emoji? Y'all won the world.
On Apple devices next year. And I'm not going to lie, the cracked and smiling face
That's
one is
kinda
going to
cool.
be generational. But the only one I am a little bit worried about is that pickle one. Because
Yeah.
you know how quickly the internet is to change the meaning of emojis? Next, it's become a trend for people to intentionally buy front
Wait, there's
row
already a pickle emoji. Wait, what?
seats at IMAX movie theaters, literally just for the memes, so they can see the character's face stretched out and funny looking. Only in 2026 will the front row sell out before the back. Now over in Russia, men have made it a new trend where they are deliberately scratching, denting, and smashing their brand new iPhones just to make them look more manlier.
Why is that a trend?
And you're probably
Lala, thank you for $2, man. I can't add you, bro. I'm sorry.
I think I'm lying, but I'm not. What's going on over there in Russia?
Wait, why? If there's already a pickle emoji, why are they adding it? Don't they already have it?
How to wake up on time for school.
I'm so confused.
First is the alarm strategy. Set alarms on your phone, your iPad, your computer, but don't put them next to your bed. Instead, put them across the room. Then, leave some toys on the floor. Now in the morning, you'll have to get out of bed to turn the alarm off, and on the way, you'll step on the toys. The pain alone will wake you up. Next is the curtain strategy. Sleep with your curtains open. When it's 7 a.m., the sunlight will shine right into your room, burning you, and help wake you up. Then comes the motivation strategy. Make a bet with your friend. Say, if you don't wake up on time, you will give him all your Robux. Now, you'll definitely wake up. But the ultimate strategy is the mom strategy.
These are actually
Before
good,
you
good
sleep,
tracks.
tell your mom, if I don't wake up, slap me. And the next morning, she will be slapping you till you wake up. How to wake
Peak. Emma, thank you for the sub.
Me and my sea crew were hauling treasure chests across the ocean when we heard a scream. I dropped the rope I was holding in shock. I hollered, "Pirates incoming! Keep the Queen's gold safe!" My entire crew scrambled to protect the treasure chests, while the ship slammed into our side, hooks bit our rail, and dozens
Do you know how cool it would be to be a pirate?
of pirates poured
That'd be
onto
so
our
cool.
deck, screaming at the top of their lungs. They tied us up and held us down to poles on the ship, and their biggest man hauled our first chest into the sunlight.
Yo, why is this guy Loki built like me? Like, we both have the same amount of muscles and everything.
Wedged his axe
Maria,
under the
pick
lid
this up.
and cracked the seal open. My whole body froze with fear, because the gold belonged to the Queen, and if they stole it, the Queen's navy would hunt down this ship and hang every last one of us. Their captain strolled through the spilled gold. "The booty's mine, the ship's mine." He pointed at me.
The what's yours? Did you just say the booty's his? Whose booty?
And the other strongest men on the ship. Get these dogs row for me now. His crew started unchaining us, and I raised my voice over their laughter. Put it back, all of it. Sail away, and hope that Her Majesty never learns your name.
I'm confused why they want his treasure and his booty. That's a little weird, bro.
The captain crouched down and pointed his hook at me. Make him walk the plank. I gulped and tried my best to stay calm. A pirate pulled me up by the shoulders and shoved me towards a plank. He pointed at the ocean. She's real feisty today. She'll have you dead in no time. My entire crew was forced to watch as I slowly put one foot in front of the other. The captain grinned. Dead men tell no tales. And while my left foot hovered over the icy water, I heard screaming behind me. I turned around and their lookout shrieked, "Sail ho! The Queen's Navy is here!" A warship 5 times our size filled the horizon. It had cannons locked and loaded and was ready to kill us all. The captain's grin died and he shrieked, "Put it back! Put it all back!" And grown pirates started shoveling doubloons into chests with their bare hands. One pirate knelt on the deck, pressing 2 halves of a seal back together, and I leaned my head against the mast. You can't unbreak a seal. He took out a gun and got ready to turn it inwards. Me and my sea crew were hauling treasure chests.
Okay. Spain won. They did. They did.
As
yeah.
you
They did. Oh, won the world.
Shower, a tiny vacuum inside the drain sucks up every loose hair, then washes it, sanitizes it, and compresses it into little hair pellets.
Okay.
Over time, these pellets build up in a storage tank under your bathroom floor. And once the tank is full, your phone gets a notification. The app shows you your options: a wig, a winter hat, a pair of socks, and if you've been shedding enough, even a full sweater. After you choose, the system sends the pellets into a connected 3D printer.
Why would you want a sweater out of your own hair? That's a little
hair is shredded, woven, and shaped into your new clothing. After just a few months, your whole family could be wearing you.
I don't think I want that, bro. I want to be honest. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea.
Let's see.
Kara, save the sub.
This or that impossible edition.
Peak
by
music.
Ginger choices.
Okay. Watermelon or pineapple? Pineapple all day. Pineapple all day, bro. Makes your tongue feel like you ate a cactus. That's not true, bro. No, pineapples are goated. Actually goated, bro. Whatever this is, or cereal, I'm taking cereal. I'm taking cereal. I can't lie. I kind of get you, but ramen is better. I've never had ramen. Never had ramen before. Cookies and cream ice cream. No hesitation, bro. Cookies and cream ice cream is the best flavor. Best flavor. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, that's mashed potatoes? Ain't no way.
Let's play.
Crazy.
People think the World Cup is too American. So a lot of people online are upset that the World Cup is having a halftime show this year for the final game, because they believe that the World Cup should be focused on the match, and it shouldn't be some big concert, pretty much saying it's too much like American football when it's not. Next, in the NFL and NBA, the champions get their own championship rings. Well, it was just announced that the World Cup champions get their own rings for the first time ever in history. Well, you guessed it, from this, many people are saying that this is also trying to Americanize the World Cup final game a little too much, and it should just stay as tradition. But what do you guys think? Is it that serious?
I think the halftime was pretty cool. I think it was pretty cool.
Did you know there is...
I didn't have anything against it.
Actually, a word of the year every single year. Let's try to guess them. 2023.
2023, like, something was... Riz, 100%.
Sigma? Or maybe alpha male? Riz.
Yeah.
Riz was the word of the year in 2023. That's crazy.
Makes sense.
And all of this is according to the Oxford University Press. 2022.
2022? This would be like Sigma.
Felt like
this would
blur.
be Sigma,
Everything
bro.
was starting to get memed. Was Gat around in 2022? I want to say that. Goblin mode.
Goblin mode? Ain't nobody said goblin mode in 2022.
There's even that! In the year 2019, ooh, I want to say... Rumor?
2019? What were people saying in 2019? I don't know.
Or maybe even back.
Nathaniel, they have the uncle alert.
No, the most commonly used word
Climate
was
emergency.
Climate energy. 2024. Ooh.
How on earth?
This has to be
the
Sigma now.
red card.
Or alpha.
I think this is Sigma.
Sorry.
Brain rot.
This is when brain rot started to really. 2021. Was it the year?
What was this? 2021?
Everyone started saying like sus or Among Us.
Oh, it might be sus. It might be sus.
Okay.
Vax?
2025, last year. Oh, there's so many possible words. I want to say
2025, I feel like it would be something like Aura. Maybe Aura.
A rage bait? 6-7? 6-7 maybe? And I'm correct.
It's rage bait.
Everyone be rage baiting in 2025. This year's 2026 hasn't ended yet.
Rage bait makes sense. Rage bait makes sense, yeah.
But out of this list, which is the word you use the most?
Yo, why y'all saying 6-7, bro? 6-7 is a number. That's not even a word, bro.
The girl who triggered my PTSD for 4 years is now homeless. I'm from a war-torn country. At 10 years old, I'd wake up to explosions and gunfire. I lost friends, neighbors, even my middle school crush. One night, people were screaming, "Save me," through the chaos, and my dad picked me up and told me to close my eyes. I asked about my mom and sister, and he whispered that they were still sleeping. I didn't understand then that they didn't survive. We fled to America, hoping for peace, but the trauma followed. My school community tried their best. Loud sounds triggered me, especially fireworks. One moment I'd hear a pop, and the next I'd be curled into a ball on the floor. Then Angela transferred in. She decided I was faking it and said
I know Angela's gonna be a problem, bro.
I was too young to have PTSD, so she started testing me. She'd clap right behind me in the hallway, and once I dropped to the floor trembling while people laughed. In assemblies, she'd crack her knuckles behind me just to watch me crawl under the bleachers. In chemistry, she'd accidentally drop heavy books next to my desk, leaving my hands too shaky to write. One time, she followed me home, and when I was halfway down the street, she screamed the same pitch as the cries from that night. I sprinted home fumbling with my keys and locked myself in the bathroom trying to breathe. Her worst trick was an app that played gunfire. She'd hide her phone in her backpack and time the shots to go off when I
That's evil. No, that's evil right there.
Walked by.
No, you can't do that.
In terror while she looked concerned like everyone else. Teachers never caught her. She was too smart about
Jimmy,
it. I thought it was all behind me after graduation.
That's
4
actually
years
evil.
passed. I had therapy, better coping skills, fewer flashbacks. Then I saw her at a cafe. She was working behind the counter and still had that smirk. I tried to be polite and ordered a matcha latte. She asked if I wanted anything else but didn't ask my name. That was the first red flag. As I waited, I heard it. "Save me! Save me! I have an order for save me! A matcha latte for save me!" My vision blurred. Suddenly I was 10 again, surrounded by smoke and screams. I collapsed right there in the cafe. Someone called 911, and paramedics kept me under observation for 3 hours until my heart rate stabilized. 3 hours of sterile walls and memories I thought I'd buried. But when they let me go, I didn't feel afraid. I felt rage. The next morning, I returned to the cafe. The manager, Carol, had already pulled up the security footage. "I'm so sorry," she began, but I cut her off. "Just watch." Together we saw Angela take my order, grin at the camera, write something on my cup, and wait until the cafe was full before yelling. We watched my body crumple like paper. "She's fired," Carol said.
How did she go home?
"I want to be there," I replied. Angela walked in for her shift, like nothing happened. When she saw me in the office with Carol, her smirk disappeared. "What's this about?" Carol didn't blink. "You're terminated. Yesterday's behavior was targeted harassment. Security will escort you out." Angela tried suing me afterward and said I ruined her career. The footage went viral, and she hasn't been able to get hired anywhere since. Last I heard, she's living on the street. She can scream "save me" all she wants. I'll watch her sink before I ever help her. The girl who—
Hey, W's though. That's goated. When bro says he'll be on in 5 minutes and he actually gets on in 5 minutes, once in a lifetime event. That's so true. So true, bro. Never happens. Never happens, but when it does, oh man.
I'll stand on the white one for you to come over here now. Come. Come on.
Shaleski gets betrayed.
I know it. Oh.
Help me!
Wait, where are you? Oh!
I'm down here!
How are you still alive?
You kill me! Freak!
Yo.
Today I'll go.
Crazy.
Bro, how is nobody doing this?
I literally got Robux, I'm not even joking.
Is this guy still scamming kids? Yo.
Let me show you how I did it. Before I show you, I think that's worth a like and a...
This guy's still scamming? He didn't get taken down yet? Are you kidding me, bro?
Bro, how is nobody doing this?
I literally got Robux.
Bro, how is nobody doing this?
I literally got
Bro, how is nobody doing this?
I literally got
Bro, how is nobody doing this?
I literally got
Is YouTube like blind or something, bro? Can they not tell you using the same video for every single short on his channel?
I literally got
Yo, YouTube's actually blind, bro.
My daughter Gwen
YouTube's actually blind. It's crazy.
was 11 when she showed me pictures of solar panels and said, "I'm going to build one on our roof, mommy." I laughed and ruffled her hair. "That's nice, honey, but you're too young to know how to build a solar panel." Her face changed into a serious
how do even solar panels even work, bro?
look, and she locked herself in my room.
I don't even
That
know.
night, I caught her at my computer researching solar panels with hand-drawn blueprints on the table. I rolled my eyes and said, "Gwen, stop this. You'll only be sad when it fails." But she shook her head and pointed at one of her sketches. "I've worked it all out, Mom. We just need to mount a 400 100-watt monocrystalline solar panel on the south side of our roof.
That's
That should be
exactly
easy.
what I would
She
say. Exactly what I would say.
started showing me her workings of kilowatt hours, efficiency ratings, and peak sun times. We can cut electricity bills by 80%, Mom. Her eyes were filled with excitement, but I shook my head and said, no, Gwen. Kids your age can't do stuff like this. She smiled and replied, of course they can. Look, then she clicked onto a different browser. I already ordered all the tools I need, Mom. My eyes went wide, and then she said, I also used your card for it. Gwen took out her wallet and gave me all her cash she'd saved up. Keep the change. When her tools arrived, she went outside and started drawing chalk outlines on our roof. I tried really hard to stop her because I truly didn't want to see her get crushed when her solar panel didn't work. But she just looked me in the eyes and replied, go get my protractor. I need to be sure I got the angle just right. Within a week, I told Gwen no 100 times, but she was still on our roof installing the solar panel, so I decided I'd had enough. I grabbed all her blueprints from the garage and started walking to the bin with them. I was going to throw them out. That's when Gwen rounded the corner, sweating and dirty with her hands blistered, but she was smiling. It's done, Mommy, I scoffed. But then she brought me outside and my jaw dropped. It was a full-on solar panel. Gwen smiled. Told you kids my age could do it. I turned off the light switch inside and the room stayed lit up. Gwen's panel worked and I stood there with my hands shaking, feeling like the worst mother in the world. I told Gwen she couldn't do it 1,000 times, and she still proved me wrong. I asked her why she tried, even after I kept telling her she couldn't do it. She replied, because if I try, the worst that can happen is I fail. If I don't try, I fail automatically.
True.
So what's the point in not trying? My daughter
exactly, bro.
I wore a red.
That's
a red shirt to my girlfriend's family BBQ, and her sister started screaming. I was meeting my girlfriend's family for the first time. I picked a nice polo, happened to be red. Her sister Melissa saw me, and
why is red
like
a problem?
I showed up wearing her ex's actual skin. She pointed at my chest and started screaming, "Brad always wore red. This is triggering. Take it off right now." I said, "Ma'am, half of Target sells red shirts. It's a primary color, not a personality trait. I've never met Brad. Don't know Brad. But apparently I'm his stunt double because I shopped at Old Navy." My girlfriend stepped in.
Like what?
Mel, it's just a shirt. Melissa spun around. It's not just a shirt. It's the exact shade Brad wore to my birthday before he cheated on me. She told me,
oh, the exact shade. Oh, boo-hoo, cry about it.
Go change.
Cry about
another shirt. She said I could wear one of her dad's.
Little dude,
her dad was 5'2" and 300 pounds. I was 6'1". And built like a scarecrow. I'd look like I was wearing a tent. Better than looking like Brad.
I think her dad's built like a Discord moderator or something, bro.
During dinner, Melissa stood up and announced to the whole table that red shirt wearers are narcissists. It's a power color. It shows dominance. Her dad looked down at his red apron. Am I a narcissist? That's different, Dad. That's BBQ red, not manipulation red. Her mom pulled me aside and whispered, maybe just avoid red in the future. I said, should I also avoid breathing because Brad did that too? Then Melissa's friend walked in wearing a red top. Melissa hugged her. Cute top, but it's red. That's burgundy. Totally different energy. Plus, she didn't wear it at me. Like I woke up that morning and thought, time to emotionally destroy a stranger with my laundry choices. Her brother put his hand on her shoulder. Melissa, you can't ban a color. She pulled away. I'm not banning it. I'm protecting my energy from crimson-coated chaos. I was wearing a $15 polo from the clearance rack.
I can tell why Brad left Melissa. I just say that.
It was time for family photos. Melissa grabbed my arm and pushed me to the back row. Then she told me to turn sideways so the red wouldn't dominate the picture. I was standing there like a criminal minor while everyone else was smiling. Her aunt, who'd been drinking.
Pick a song for an edit? I have no idea. I don't have any good songs. You should watch The Last Guest Reimagined. I already did.
What would happen if their subscribers controlled their life for one day? So I sent this text message to my YouTube Shorts friends to see if they trust their
subscribers controlled your day for
subscribers to control their life. Well, this is what happened. Well, Ninja said he'd probably end up dead, Bucket Josh said he'd blow up into smithereens, and Hussein said he'd be ruler of the earth or he'd be dead as well. There's no in between.
Interesting.
They have no faith. However, it got a bit better because OK Kron said his subscribers would just ask for Sprite Cranberry to come back. Inferno J said he would end up in Folk Valley.
What's Folk Valley?
And said he would be stuck playing Roblox Obby for 24 straight hours. Now John Castelline said they'd probably make him say something that would get him canceled, and Michael Storin said he would just get called Majestic for 24 hours straight. But what would you all make me do?
What would y'all make me do?
I carefully set my new laptop on my couch and stood up to get a drink, but then my rich friend walked over right where I was sitting. My legs are tired. He picked up my new laptop and chucked it towards the sofa. It bounced off the edge and hit the ground, and I heard a crack, but he just plopped.
Bro, in this economy, bro, you cannot be doing that. Come on now.
On the couch and leaned back, scrolling his phone. I ran over with my fists clenched and knelt down. Why the hell would you throw this? I worked all summer for it. I held up the laptop with a spiderweb crack down the screen, but he just laughed. Relax, dude, my dad is a millionaire. He'll get you a new one. He pressed his phone to his ear, but when a few minutes later the door opened, a man in work boots and sunken eyes walked in. I was confused because he had holes in his shirt and didn't look like a millionaire at all, but my friend just called out, "Hey dad, I accidentally broke his laptop. Buy him a new one." His dad sighed and looked at the broken laptop. How much was it? $1,200. I gulped, and he instantly gripped his head in horror, whispering numbers to himself I couldn't hear, but my friend just snapped his fingers. "You heard him, Dad. $1,200. Now." He went back to scrolling his phone, and
who does this kid think he is?
That's when the man's face twisted as he looked at his son. "I don't know what you think this is, but you must have forgotten that your real dad didn't want you. He gave you to me because he found you insufferable, and I don't have the kind of money he does." My jaw dropped, and my friend's face instantly went red with embarrassment. His thumb stopped on his screen, but his dad continued, "$1,200 is my rent money. Do you understand that?" I was about to tell him it's okay, he didn't need to get me a laptop, but he was already reaching into his wallet.
Why don't they just replace the screen?
He pressed the $1,200 into my chest with his shaking, calloused hands. I tried to refuse because this was his rent money, but he shook his head. "Take it. I'm responsible for him." My friend smirked because he'd gotten his way, but then the man reached over and grabbed my friend's phone. "But I'm selling this to make my rent money back." My friend lunged for it. "You can't sell my phone." But the man dropped it in his pocket and turned for the door. My friend stood there, red-faced with tears running down his eyes, and that's when the man turned back to him at the door. He smiled. "I love you like my own son, kid. That's why I'm not letting you get away with being an entitled brat. I care."
Hey, Ferris. Okay, Ferris. Bro completed the obby. Wait. You did complete the obby. That's kind of cool.
Keep smiling or you're sleeping outside.
When the robbers
Keep smiling or you're sleeping outside tonight, my mom said while someone from Child Protective Services knocked on our front door. We'd been filming our morning routine for the 13th time because I kept blinking wrong. My face ached from holding the same smile since 6 a.m. and the ring lights had burned fresh marks up both my arms. My mom yanked my sleeves down over the burns before she opened the door. My dad grabbed my school workbook off the counter and shoved it under the couch. The woman at the door held up a badge and introduced herself as Melinda. A viewer sent us screenshots of bruises and burns on your daughter from your recent videos. My mom walked around behind Melinda where only I could see her face twist into a silent threat. I smiled with all my teeth showing. Everything is amazing here. I love making videos with my parents every single day. Melinda swiped to a photo on her tablet and held it up. Then why do you have a black eye covered with makeup in this video from last week? I hit a doorknob because I'm clumsy and my mom helped me cover it so viewers wouldn't worry. Melinda looked at me and back at my parents. She's 10. Why isn't she in school right now? My mom cut in fast. She doesn't need school. She makes more money than most adults. Show me her schoolwork. My mom just stared at her. We don't waste time on books when she could be filming. Melinda stood up straighter. I need to speak with your daughter alone. My dad stepped forward, but Melinda held up her badge. Refuse and I call the police. Your choice. They went into the kitchen, but left the door cracked open. Melinda put a piece of paper in my hands. Read this out loud for me. I stared at the page for a long time and just held it up and smiled. I love reading. She put a pen in my hand. Write your name for me. My hand hovered over the paper, but I couldn't remember how to spell it.
Not even being able to read or write?
Everything is perfect, I whispered, and my eyes went to the cracked door. Melinda leaned in close enough that only I could hear. I'm getting them out of this room. She stood up and opened the kitchen door. Leave this house completely, or I call for backup right now. My dad slammed the front door on his way out. She sat back down and looked at me. Where do you sleep? My jaw ached from smiling all day, and my eyes burned. In the basement. I walked her downstairs to a concrete floor with 2 thin blankets and no pillow. Melinda photographed everything and rolled my sleeves up and looked at the burns running up both arms. How did these happen? The lights get really hot during filming. She went straight to my parents and pulled out her phone. Your daughter can't read. She can't write her name. She's covered in burns and she sleeps on concrete. I am removing her from your care right now. My dad gripped the door frame. This kid is our property, and we own everything she makes. Melinda held the phone closer to his face. 2 officers showed up 20 minutes later, and my aunt was right behind them. She knelt down in front of me and wrapped both arms around my shoulders. You never have to smile for a camera again.
I feel like that's every child influencer,
when
but,
the robber threw the brick, it bounced right off the window. So he walked over to pick it back up, but at that exact moment, his partner threw a second brick, and it smashed straight into his head. He immediately collapsed to the ground.
Yo, I would die laughing if this was, if I saw this.
His partner had to drag him away from the scene, but the whole thing was caught on security camera and uploaded online. Meaning, before police even identified him, millions of people were already laughing at their failure.
That's funny, bro. That's funny.
If your mom
we got Dumb and Dumber over here, bro.
demands you to pause an online game mid-match, what should you do? Most kids try to explain why the game can't be paused and beg for just one more minute. But your mom doesn't care and wants you to stop anyway. But don't tell her you're playing with your friends either, because she'll just call your friend's mom, and now both of you have to stop playing. The right move is to throw the game, letting your teammates lose so you can leave. If your mom demands...
I guess. Oddly satisfying photos. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Pretty good. Ooh, I don't know if this one's real. That one's pretty good. That one's, I don't even know what this is, but it's pretty cool. Nice ball.
I just saw what it takes to be a brain surgeon, and honestly, this job is not for the weak.
What does it take? Oh.
By the way, this is just like their warm-up before they go do surgery on
Are they pulling out a hair on from a corn? Oh, they're doing stitches.
I can see why they make over $500,000 a year, and I bet all the Timmies watching this think they can do it on their first try. Like learn how
I could do that.
to tie your shoelaces first. I just saw what it...
I could do that. Wait, the new MM2 script. Yo! Is he teaching us how to hack? Hey, no. What in the world?
It's officially over. Let me explain. Spain
World
just
Cup.
beat Argentina in the World Cup finals 1-0, making Spain the champions of the 2026 World Cup.
GG
so
Spain.
congratulations to Spain. And I can't be the only one, but I really feel like the World Cup just started the other day. It's crazy to think that it's over. This means no more World Cup memes, no more World Cup games, and a lot less World Cup content on social media.
But four more years, guys.
But yeah, back to the match. As you can see from these stats right here, Spain dominated the entire time. Now that's said...
You're telling me Argentina didn't hit a single shot, bro? Not a single shot, they did 16. That's crazy.
Now that said, goodbye to the 2026 World Cup. Well...
That's a little crazy, but yeah. It made sense. Luckiest player in Roblox history? Wait. That's that. Click the mic drop. Holy lucky. Party Marty, David the Sun Balloon. Same thing happened to me one time.
If you see your friend standing next to a sword, don't pick it up. Not because you get cursed or anything, but when you equip it, they merge with you. This works because of something called item desync, where by picking up an item while freezing a screen, you can desync an item's visual location. But it can actually be really useful, because while you're in the merge state, if you unequip the item, you can summon your friend from anywhere. But if you have a lot of items, if you desync all of them, you can jump across small gaps. If you see your friend...
Wait, that's a new meta to beat obbies.
Roblox, but the wheel decides what.
Huh. Won the world. And David the sub. Ariana, David the sub. Oh, it looks like a light. Wait, that one's actually good. That one looks like a light bulb. That's a good one. That's cool too. Look radiant. I don't know what this is. Pretty straight line there. An orca. Pretty good.
Kellogg's Frosted.
3 W's. Where aesthetic? How did they know about the expiration date? Wait. Yeah, how do they calculate the expiration? Wait a minute. That's a good idea. I don't know. I actually don't know how they do that.
26 just got even crazier, part 41. Guys, with the absolute biggest news of the year, you can finally sit down in Minecraft, because players were constantly standing for 17 straight years, but now Steve can finally sit. Why was this not a feature before though? Next, Erling Haaland is loved by the internet, so much so that Google gave him his own Easter egg, because if you search up his name, a Viking road that the Norway fans do pops up. That's honestly so cool. Finally, today is an official rest day from the FIFA World Cup, meaning there's no games, and people online are complaining how they have nothing to do and the vibes are completely off.
What are they gonna do now? I wonder what they're gonna do now.
What are these people going to say when the games are all over?
Oh, I wonder. Well, they may be all over right now. Sad, happy edit. Save the sub.
This is
the difference between having older parents and having young parents. First, there's energy. Young parents are on the floor playing video games with you. Older parents are asleep by 9 and proud of it. Then there's keeping up. Young parents already know the slang, the apps, the trends. Older parents need it explained twice and still call it that thing on your phone.
But do y'all have a young or old parents?
The real difference is worth. Young parents worry about today. Older parents worry about time, how much of it they'll actually get with you. And they don't say it, they just hold on a little longer during hug. This is the difference between having—
When a wombat poops, the turd is actually cube-shaped. And because it poops around 100 times a day, if you
100 times a day?
Stack just one day's worth, you would get a cube about 5 inches tall. But if you had about 9 million wombats, and they kept pooping every day for a full year, well, you would end up with over 300 billion poop cubes. Just enough to make your own Great Pyramid of Giza.
I guess you could say that's... Never mind.
Here are some dangerous foods you should stop eating immediately. First up, we have hot dogs. Obviously, everyone knows that hot dogs are made a little weird, but eating too much super processed meat can actually lead to colorectal cancer and many other serious health problems.
Cancer? Oh no.
These processed meats are usually the leftover pieces of cows or pigs with a ton of chemicals mixed to make them taste better. Next up, raw cookie dough. You see, cookie dough contains raw eggs, which can give you a disease called salmonella, which can be deadly. And now we have popcorn. This probably sounds surprising, but the
popcorn's dangerous?
Inside of popcorn bags are coated in harmful chemicals that can cause a permanent disease called popcorn lung, which can destroy your body. Here are some dangerous...
Yo, what? Why is it all my favorite foods, bro? There's nowhere to run. That's not fair. That's not fair.
A little kid came into my store, but the second he saw me, he froze and started trembling uncontrollably. I felt bad because I knew my prison tattoos terrified him, and his legs shook as he slowly walked over. He pointed at the bag of blue Sour Patch behind me, so nervous he couldn't look me in the eye. His voice shook as he asked for the price, but when I placed the bag on the counter, he immediately snatched it. "I'm so sorry for this, sir." He began sprinting out the door with the Sour Patch, his legs still shaking, but I just reached under my desk and calmly pressed the anti-theft button. The front entrance doors locked, and he stopped dead. His eyes—
How dare he try to steal the Sour Patch?
—went wide, and he tried prying the doors open, straining as hard as he could. I calmly walked over and towered over him. Pee began running down his leg when he turned around because he—
What started running down his leg? Yo.
He was so scared. He dropped the bag of Sour Patch and covered his face, crying, "I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this." I looked at him and felt like something deeper was going on, because he didn't look like the petty theft delinquent type. I knelt down and asked him why he stole from my store. He was still crying, and between choking sobs, he said, "My big sister is dying at the hospital. My parents spent all the money on her treatment, and I just wanted her to have her favorite candy one last time." He looked up at me. "I'm a good—
Could have just asked, bro.
Good kid, I swear I just didn't know what to do." I felt my heart break as I picked up the Sour Patch and pressed it into his hands while he sobbed. I walked him to the hospital, then watched him give her the Sour Patch, and realized he wasn't a bad kid. He was just doing a little wrong so he could do a lot right.
The new CIB.
I guess.
You ever seen that video of this guy trying to push a person off the map only to get struck by lightning? Well, the clip came from this game, Natural Disaster Survival. But something about the video felt a bit odd, because if you join the game and get a thunderstorm disaster, you'll find it strikes completely randomly, having a 0.2% chance to even get struck. So you're telling me, right after the guy got caught shoving, he just got struck by lightning by pure luck? Or maybe she was the one behind it.
Maybe she's the one who does the lightning strikes. You never know.
YouTubers you watch the most.
Michael Jackson, pick this up.
So thanks to YouTube Studio, I was given a list of all of the YouTubers you guys watch the most, and I will be giving you the top 8. And at number 8 is Louis A, at number 7 is Sambucha, and at number 6 is Ninja, which are all great content creators.
Sambucha's goated.
And you think so as well, because you literally watch them. However, at number 5 is Royal Pear, at number 4 is Hussein, and at number 3 is Tyler Vitelli. And you're probably wondering right now, how do I know that you watch these YouTubers? Well, YouTube actually tracks what my audience watches.
Oh yeah, they do. I can check what YouTubers you guys watch, actually.
In this video right now, well, you're considered my audience. And finally, the top 2 YouTubers you guys watch the most is History and Zach D Films.
That makes sense.
And they're both YouTube short animators. Saying that, I decided to create a whole video reacting to their content to understand my audience better. YouTubers
For me, the most people, or the YouTubers that you guys mostly watch are Blobby Clips, Silk, Emo, Jilly, and Guestique. Yeah. Who generally uses glasses while watching the movie. Facts, though. This is movie glasses.
I was chopping onions in the restaurant kitchen when a customer walked in and told me, my wife has cancer and 1 month left to live. Her last wish is to recreate our proposal dinner. Can you do that for us tonight?
Absolutely not. I'm kidding.
He had tears in his eyes, and I instantly remembered him. He'd proposed to her right here in this restaurant 5 years ago. I said yes. My own wife died of cancer, so I was willing to do anything. But then the man walked back out, and the owner immediately pulled me aside. I heard that. What if that woman dies here while eating? I'll get sued. I'll lose the restaurant. Get them out right now. I told him they were
that bro's biggest worry?
Having their meal, but the owner scoffed. Fine. If you won't tell them to leave, I will. He stormed out toward the dining room immediately. I followed him out and saw the woman touching the rose petals while her husband held her hands. The owner walked up to them. We can't serve you tonight. You need to leave. The husband asked why, and the owner replied, liability. If she dies here, I pay the price, not you. The woman's face fell, and she said quietly, it's okay, I understand. She tried to push herself up, but her arms were shaking, and she didn't have the strength to stand up. I stepped between them.
Mario,
they're not leaving. The owner's face twisted instantly, and he told me, just because your own wife died of cancer doesn't mean you need to be their knight in shining armor. Now get back in the kitchen or you're fired. He said it loud enough for everyone to hear. I was in disbelief and stepped toward him. I have 3 Michelin stars to my name. You own a building. They're staying. Or I walk and your restaurant goes out of business. You wouldn't dare. I started taking off my
Why is the
apron.
owner of every restaurant I've seen these videos a jerk, bro?
Okay, fine.
Every single one.
The owner stormed back to his office. I turned back to the couple, and the woman was crying. The husband shook my hand. I'm sorry about your wife. I went back to cook their proposal meal. The owner's face was red, but he couldn't do anything. I brought out the food personally, and when the woman finished eating, her husband cried, this is the most she's eaten in weeks. After they walked out, I took off my apron and threw it at the owner. Nobody talks about my wife like that. I quit. I walked home, and weeks later, a letter arrived in my mailbox. I went to the restaurant to give you this, but it was closed down for some reason. So I found your address. My wife passed last night. Her last words were about the proposal recreation. Thank you for everything. I'm sure both our wives are waiting for us somewhere better right now. I was chopping onions in the...
Nice, bro.
Cut the tip off a straw right before the bend, and repeat this to get 2 short tubes. Then stretch a thick rubber band over a popsicle stick.
What could this possibly be?
Place a tube over one end before stacking another popsicle stick on top. Secure the end and repeat this on the other side. When you blow into the center, the air will shake the rubber band, creating a loud buzzing sound. Now, if you slide the tubes closer, the rubber band will vibrate faster, creating a higher pitch. And if you blow harder, it'll make it even louder, letting you play different sounds with the sound sandwich.
I don't know if you would need that, but
Roblox players,
it's good to have, I guess.
Did you see the big news? So Roblox announced that they're adding the ability to completely AI generate Roblox games straight from the Roblox.
Oh my gosh. No.
How it works is you literally just type in what kind of game you want, and Roblox just AI generates it. It's called Build, and it'll be free for everyone. It comes out on July 28th in certain countries. Leave a comment with what you think.
Roblox, bro. When did we ever ask to AI generate a game? No one is gonna play that. No one.
A massive stone wall runs across the earth, blocking everyone from a paradise on the other side. There's only one door, and it's never been opened in living memory. Generations of families camp outside it, waiting for a gatekeeper who's supposed to arrive and let them in. People grow old right there in the dirt, staring at the keyhole, praying for their turn. One day you get tired of waiting. You walks up to the door and grabs the handle. It swings open with one push. There was no lock. There was no gatekeeper. Everyone had just spent their whole lives sleeping in the dirt because nobody bothered to turn the knob. In this world, a massive stone wall...
Wow, okay.
This is how I lost 50,000 followers in one day.
What?
And the reason? My own best friend. So back in
I call cap.
2021, my online best friend, Sarah and I had a TikTok account together. We posted some videos and they did actually good.
I call cap.
Nothing crazy. We gained over 5,000 followers and
What's the account?
Was really great. So one random day I made my own account. I didn't even tell her because I genuinely didn't think it would blow up. And guess what? It blew up. One video hit 1 million views. I gained followers so fast it didn't feel real. Anyways,
I'm
Sarah
not
found
buying
out about
that.
my account and sent me a screenshot saying, "Is this you?" She said she was happy, but she wasn't. She asked to use my sound. I said she could do something similar, just not copy my actual recorded voice. After that, she created an account almost
my
identical
own VR,
to
Take Life
mine.
and Disco.
Same username, and she
I want to
even
see the
after that
account.
50 users underthought me by 5.
Nah, this is fake. This is fake.
Well,
There's no way. I call cap.
I am Waldo, so try to find me. So Waldo called me up and asked if I could take a job for the day, and I was like, you know what, Waldo, why not? So try to find me in this image right here.
Oh,
now I will be giving you...
Wait, I actually can't find him.
You all 3 images, and the one you're currently looking at is the easiest of them all.
Right here.
So it shouldn't be too hard. But if you can't find me in that image, well, the next 2 will be pretty difficult. Saying that, we are now at the next image, and I'm not going to lie, this is super odd. I am a grown man hiding right now. If Wada wasn't my friend,
Wait, I actually don't see him. Like, I'm not even joking, I don't see him in here.
Would not be doing this, but the time is already clicking, and if you didn't find me,
I didn't find him.
The next one is the hardest. And we are now on the last image. You can pause it if you want to, but Waldo, you owe me for this.
I can't find him.
Because I am not getting paid at all. Guys, if you could find me here, I guess you're Waldo certified.
Bottom on the left. On the left. Oh, for this one? I don't see him.
Hiding right now.
No, I don't see him at all.
This is the Google.
Am I blind?
So me and my friend went to a restaurant yesterday. Good food, good time, no complaints. Then the bill came, and something happened to my friend. He picked up the bill, looked at it, put it back down, started checking his pockets very slowly. Front pocket, back pocket, jacket pocket. Bro, what are you doing? I think I left my wallet at home. You think? He checked every pocket one more time just to be sure. Still nothing. Then he looked at me with the saddest face I have ever seen in my life. I pulled out my wallet and paid.
100%
We walked
planned.
outside and I looked at him. He pulls his wallet out of his back pocket, just sitting there, full of cash. I stared at it for a very long time. He looked at me, looked at the wallet. Bro, I forgot it was there. We have been friends for 6 years. I should have known.
Just tell him to give you the money now.
I always pay. I will always pay. This is just my life now. So me and my friend...
I guess. 793,000 subs. All right, that's 100 Robux. We're going to give out at the end of the stream. The next sub goal is 694,000 subs. Hey, we're getting to 800K. We're getting to 800K. We're getting there. We're close, bro.
Went to a...
Oddly satisfying photos. Ooh, dude, I don't know how they make these like foods like that, bro. How they make it so perfect. It's awesome.
Here are some things that your teacher is not allowed to do. Some of these actually blew my mind. Obviously, it goes without saying that for no reason is a teacher ever allowed to physically harm you or another student. But what I find interesting is that apparently, while teachers are allowed to take your phone as a punishment, they are not allowed to search through it for any reason. This actually breaks tons of student privacy laws and is very against the rules. But the craziest rule is that it is actually not allowed for teachers to force you to stay after school. See, most teachers think they are allowed to do this, but in reality, they can't. They are allowed to ask you to stay after school if they would like, but are not legally allowed to force you or anything else like that.
Which makes sense. Give me Robux? No.
If you ever end up getting detention, you could low-key just walk straight out, although you'd probably get into much bigger trouble. Here are some things that you're...
Alright.
In this world...
My teacher threw one of my classmates on the floor outside. Wow.
People could sell their memories to the government to help make some extra money.
Be Coyote, save the member, bro.
To get out of debt, or to help people in...
1 mil stream.
Member only stream at 1 mil? Maybe. Yeah, we could probably try.
Desperate times. So after being extremely poor for years, Robert eventually decided he would sell off some key memories. Things like his old family vacations and even his own graduation. But he was finally a millionaire. He couldn't wait to tell his wife, and he burst into his old wooden home with a big smile, but it was completely empty. Slowly, he walked over to the counter and saw a small envelope with a note inside. It was from his wife. Sorry, but I can't live like this anymore. I sold every memory of you just so I can live my dream life. Goodbye.
Bro, what?
He stood alone in the quiet house, finally rich enough to buy anything he wanted, but he never felt so broken. In this world, people could sell their memories to...
That's messed up. That's messed up, bro. Kenneth, leave the sub. Quit, leave the sub.
What does this classic bucket even do? Well, by walking up to someone, you steal the item they're holding, because you're supposed to use it on people with OP gears to take for yourself. But it's not even good at that, because you have to be breathing on your enemy in order to steal. Except you don't actually steal.
Leave the sub.
Instead, you just make them drop their weapon while leaving you bucketless.
Lil Thrill, they were watching
you
Disco.
can give the bucket to NPCs to let them to storm your opponent, the bucket can be completely countered by just not holding your weapon. What does this classic...
Oh, so it's useless.
A particle shot down towards Earth, hit the atmosphere, and sent out even more particles flying through the air. One of them traveled all the way down and hit a computer, colliding with a single point in the system's memory and flipping a 0 to a 1.
Wait,
but
what?
this computer was part of Belgium's voting system, and when they checked the votes, one candidate had way more than was mathematically possible. Exactly 4,096 extra votes.
Wait.
Now, nobody knows for sure, but since this is exactly the error that would be caused if a 0 got flipped, well, the election may have been hacked by outer space.
Wait, what? That can happen? Wait, that's insane. Everything long is delicious. Facts. Yeah, Terrence, save it a flow state. I gotta agree with that. You just stuff it in your mouth and you barely fits, but like that's what makes it fun, cause you know it's like it's harder to chew and everything. You know, what I do wrong? This beat is buns. What do you mean out of stock? Go get it. New gas price just dropped. Just walk. Wrong way TV remote. What is that, bro? What is that? Is that Godzilla? Why y'all saying hey yo? Yo, why? Yo, whites? Why y'all saying hey yo? Okay. Lil bro instincts. Bowen, did the sub. Okay. Constant, did the sub. Oh, blaming it on you. Is that true?
A broke college student found a mysterious black credit card laying on the street. It had no name on it, just a sticky note that read, "Unlimited money, but you pay with your memories." Desperate to be
anything to do with your brain or memories or anything like that, don't take.
Rich, he didn't care.
It's not worth
he walked
it.
into a dealership and swiped it for a luxury sports car.
Don,
Instantly, the memory of his favorite high school teacher vanished. Thrilled that it worked, he went crazy. He bought a mansion and forgot his childhood dog. He bought a private jet and forgot his first kiss. He spent the next 20 years buying entire—
I'm sorry, is that a furry? Yo.
Private jet and forgot his first kiss. He spent the next 20 years buying entire islands, yachts, and diamonds.
Hey, yo, whoa, what type of island is that? Yo!
Islands, yachts, and diamond watches. He became a billionaire. But one morning, he woke up in his giant empty mansion and looked around in total confusion. He didn't know how he got there. He didn't know who his friends were. He couldn't even remember his mother's face. Panicking, he grabbed the black card and ran to a jewelry store to buy a gift, hoping to make a friend. But when he swiped the card, the machine beeped red. The screen flashed. Declined, soul empty. He collapsed on the marble floor. He had successfully bought the entire world, but he had completely erased the person who was supposed to enjoy it. A broke college—
See, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. No way.
Ever since his stepdad bumped him so hard that his check—
Ain't no way.
Would you take $30 for every push-up you do, or $1,000 for every hour you spend gaming?
What? Oh, gaming, 100%.
On day 1, the gamer plays
Lorena,
for 8 hours and makes 8,000, while the push-up guy struggles through 50 reps, making just 1,500. By week 1, the gamer pushes himself to 12 hours a day, while the push-up guy has gotten stronger, now hitting 300 reps. But by month 1, the gamer is grinding 24 hours.
But the difference is the effort you have to put into both, you know?
A day and maxes out at $24,000, while the push-up guy is crushing 1,000 reps a day, making $30,000. Would you take 30?
No, it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. I still do the gaming.
If I were—
Still do the gaming,
These are strange addictions of historical figures. So Thomas Jefferson was addicted to macaroni and cheese after discovering it on a trip to Paris.
Who wouldn't, bro? It's delicious.
He actually smuggled a pasta making machine across the Atlantic and sketched exact dimensions of it since he claimed that he couldn't live without it. And even also served it at an official White House dinner in 1802. Van Gogh enjoyed eating yellow toxic paint and would often eat it inside of his studio as he believed that it would put sunshine and happiness into his brain to lift his depression. The 19th century novelist Balzac drank 50 cups of coffee a day, developing a toxic dependence on caffeine. Eventually had to up his dosage by eating raw beans and later died at 51 from heart failure as a result. King Adolf Frederick was addicted to semia, which is a Scandinavian dessert, so much so that he ate 14 servings in one sitting and broke his digestive tract, killing him right then and there. Nikola Tesla was obsessed with white pigeons in New York City and spent hours per day feeding them, even spending tens of thousands of dollars building custom medical devices to heal them. Charles Dickens was obsessed with the direction north and could only sleep if his bed faced due north, often rearranging hotel furniture to achieve this. And finally, Peter the Great became addicted to pulling teeth and would often remove toothaches from servants to satisfy his weird desire. Pretty cool, right?
That is pretty weird, yeah. Bro can turn a black hole into a star. Okay, takes McDonald's fries, mashing them up. Okay. Was that milk? Glue or something? Oh my gosh, he remade it into a potato. Yo, what? Zach, they have the sub.
It's time for Africa. Zamina mina,
Basket, they have live disco.
Zamina mina zankalewa. It's time for Africa.
Yo, what? Liam, they have the Sox trophy.
Zamina mina zankalewa. It's time for Africa. Zamina mina.
No, he did not.
Zamina mina zankalewa. It's time for Africa. Zamina mina. Zamina mina.
What can this guy not do?
Right before my mom picked me up from school, a girl grabbed me. Please, can I hop in the back of your car? She was crying. What? Why? Please, my mom's gonna be here any minute. Don't let her take me. I had never seen her before, and everyone was staring. Please, there's no time. Just let me get in. I didn't know what to do. She was so scared. I couldn't leave her. Okay, just tell me what's going on when you get in. I opened the back door for her, and she immediately hugged me, saying, "Oh my..."
W-Riz, hold on, W-Riz. Wait a minute.
Thank you. My mom instantly saw her crying. Oh my God, what happened? The girl instantly broke down. I'm sorry, I just heard my mom on the phone this morning. She was setting up a buyer for me. We were both shocked.
A buyer?
Like your mom was gonna sell you? The girl nodded, still crying. Yes to the creepy men who all—
Wait, they could do that? Wait, they could just sell you?
Always watch me. My mom looked horrified. She immediately reached for her phone, dialing 911, but the girl shouted, "No, please just drive. They'll see me here." My mom looked at me and without hesitation put the car in drive. We rolled out of the parking lot, but as I looked around, there was nobody else there. Shouldn't your mom be here by now? But she stayed quiet. Don't worry, honey, I'm taking you straight to the police station. But I noticed she wasn't crying anymore. I heard her whisper, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna need police for sure. You'll see." This was getting really weird now. But then I saw the reflection of the flashing lights. There was a police SUV coming up behind us, then another, and then a third. We were boxed in. Police, get your ass out of the car now. Mom.
Yo! He swore!
What's happening? But when I looked at the girl, she wasn't scared. The cops all approached the car with their guns drawn.
Oh,
my mom yelled, "Officers, what did we do? You're under arrest for kidnapping this young girl." They grabbed my mom, but she said, "No, you don't understand. She's in danger. Her mom was trying to sell her." But then an older woman stepped out from behind the cops. The girl ran up and hugged her, yelling, "Mom, thank God." I was really confused now. Her mom pointed at us. "That's the woman who kidnapped my daughter from..."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
School. They were gonna take her, but I yelled, "No, please, that girl lied to us. She doesn't even go to our school." But her mom already had an excuse. "Yes, she does. Look at her backpack. It has the school logo on it." But when I said that, I noticed the cops looking at her weird. He looked suspicious.
Holy setup.
He said, "Wait, Historia Middle School? You go there?" The girl nodded quickly, but she looked nervous. "So you have classes with Marcus Chen?" She instantly said, "Yes, we're really good friends." Then the cop grabbed the woman and took out his handcuffs. "Wait, what did we do? Ma'am, there is no Marcus Chen. Everyone knows that name is fake. They both went to jail, and they never pulled that scam again." Right before my mom picked—
Dude, that's a crazy scam. I can't even lie. Alexis, take the red card. Anyone remember this guy? Zach King! This guy was AI before AI. Manir, take Life Disco. I'm Among Us, take the red card. Coco, the Life of Disco. I used to always watch the compilations of this. So good, bro. So good.
They tied down the
Grimace, save the sub.
The nose, but the tail end quickly started to rise, accidentally dropping its weights and shooting up even faster. Now, most of the workers let go of the line, but four men held on. One let go after 15 feet, breaking his arm. And once the line reached over 100 feet, two others fell to their deaths. But the last man managed to tie himself on. And he stayed there for over an hour until someone inside the ship secured the rope and pulled him up to safety.
Bro, why do they fall?
What if I came home to every light in the house on and told my son each one was going to cost him $1. He was on the couch with the TV on, 2 lamps going, and the hallway lit up behind him. I pulled $1 from my wallet and stuck it on the fridge. The first one's on me, but from now on, every light you leave on costs you one of these. By the end of the week, there were $9 on the fridge. He didn't care until he went to buy the video game he'd been saving for and came up short. He sat on his bed counting his money over and over, and it still wasn't enough. The next morning, I left the bathroom light on, and he was waiting for me in the hallway. He flipped the switch and held out his hand. "Light was on, Dad. That's $1. I laughed and handed it to him. He didn't laugh back. He just pocketed it and walked away. After that, a notebook showed up on the kitchen table. Every room had a column, and every time someone left a light on, he logged it. I unplugged my phone charger one morning, and he appeared out of nowhere. "Dad, that's been on all night. It counts. You owe me $1. He started checking the power bill every month, and one night at dinner, he slid it across the table and pointed at the number. Dad, look, we saved $20 this month. Last week I walked into the garage and he was up on a step stool changing a light bulb. Dad, these are the good ones. They last like 10 years. Last night I left the hallway light on and he came out of his room in his pajamas, notebook in hand. He flipped the switch and held out his palm. That's $1, Dad. I shook my head and handed it over. Best dollar I ever spent. I came home.
That makes sense.
Bro.
Dash Live Life in Disco.
Oh, imagine if your Roblox avatar hunted you in real life. Would you survive? Well,
I mean, my name's Ninjagaming. If Ninjagaming was hunting me down IRL, I think I would die.
Oh, if your avatar is just a normal-looking avatar or a bacon hair, you have nothing to worry about because you can probably outrun them or even fight back. And if your avatar's a chill guy, that's even better because he's probably going to sit on a couch, eat snacks, and not even bother chasing you.
Gave the sub.
But then, if your avatar is one of those robot avatars, you might be done. Because it never gets tired.
Bro, if your avatar is one of those anime avatars, you're cooked.
Never sleeps, and will never stop chasing you. Then, if your avatar is a ninja avatar, there is no way you're surviving.
Technically, I have a ninja. Technically speaking, you know?
Because he can jump on buildings, go invisible, and move without making a sound. 1 second he's behind you, the next second he's in front of you. But if your avatar is a cartoon character or an anime character, yeah, just accept your fate and die. So comment if you can escape from your Roblox avatar. Bro!
I think I'll be fine, though. I think I'll be fine.
Roblox is updating the chat. So Roblox is adding speech to text as a new chat feature.
I tried this. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad update.
Roblox can listen to what you say in real life and then convert that into in-game chat. Is this a good update? Leave a comment. Roblox.
It's actually pretty cool. I like it. I kind of like it.
It's cone season. The Japan World Cup effect needs to be talked about. So people online are saying that Japan is secretly predicting the World Cup because there's a theory that goes the team who beats the team who eliminated Japan wins the World Cup.
What does that even mean?
Because in 2002, Japan was knocked out by Turkey, and Turkey was knocked out by Brazil. Brazil won in 2002. However, in 2010, it happened again where Japan was knocked out by Paraguay, and they were knocked out by Spain. In 2010, Spain won the World Cup. And in
history repeats itself from
2018 and happened when they were knocked out by Belgium and France won, and also in 2022 they were knocked out by Croatia and Croatia was knocked out by Argentina, and we all know Argentina won in 2022.
Wait a minute, he may be onto something.
Now in 2026, Japan was knocked out by Brazil, who were knocked out by Norway. So according to
but Norway didn't win, so
I tested
the prophecy. What in the world is that?
Tested AI life hacks. So AI claimed that a hard-boiled egg in the microwave would explode, and to not do it, I did it and it exploded, so good job AI. The same video also said not to put a grape in the microwave because it turns to plasma, and I can confirm this was true. Speaking of grapes, I found a video that said if you leave a grape in a cup of water on the windowsill, it would grow a sprout. Unsure whether or not this was true, I decided to follow it and waited a few days, and I came back to it actually sprouting. Apparently you can dip your feet in Coca-Cola or even Listerine to clean your feet and make them baby soft.
I'm not doing that, bro.
Skeptical about this, but I gave myself a petty bath in both of them, and they actually worked. Putting a sock over a broom should pick up more hair and lint, so I gave it a try, and it actually worked. And putting flour on oil will apparently help to clean up oil spills by turning it into crumbs, which after
but you're wasting the flour.
Trying it, I can confirm does actually work. Another video said that you can mix bottle caps in a blender to make this really cool concoction, but after doing it, this is what it looked like. And then finally, AI claimed that pouring Coca-Cola on an apple will bring worms out, but after doing that, I can say that that was definitely
was there any worms in it?
Fake. So hit or miss. I tested.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered how fast you would have to go to run on water? Well, there's a lizard that can actually run on water. The so-called Jesus lizard. It slaps its feet rapidly against the water.
I could probably do that.
Hitting these tiny air pockets between its foot and the surface. Scientists calculated that if you weighed 80 kilograms and used the same technique as this basilisk lizard, you'd need to run at about 108 kilometers.
I could do that. Oh. That's an interesting number there. Interesting.
Per hour. That's like 2.5 times faster than Usain Bolt's top speed. Have you ever...
I can do that.
This YouTuber... These facts could save your life. The last one is insane. First, if your house suddenly smells like rotten eggs, be careful. It could be a natural gas leak. Leave the building immediately and call your gas company or emergency services from a safe location. Second, if your car starts skidding, steer gently in the direction of the skid instead of fighting it. Avoid slamming on the brakes.
Anytime you fight the skid, you crash.
Staying calm gives you a better chance of regaining control. Third, if you hear a sizzling or frying sound during a thunderstorm, seek shelter immediately. It can be a sign that lightning is about to strike very close to you. Move away from open areas and tall objects as quickly as possible. And now, the crazy one. If your cell phone suddenly loses signal during an emergency, don't Don't assume you can't call for help. In many places, emergency calls can still go through using any available network if one is in range. Send this to someone you care about.
Okay.
One day it might save their life. These facts could save...
That's good. How fast the topic changes when I'm talking with that one friend. So true. So true, so true. Yeah.
Ranking subscribers' profile pictures, part 1. So I decided to go through and pick random subscribers and rank their profile picture.
I'm gonna do that right now, actually. Hold on. Comment right now.
So if you see yourself in here randomly, well, that'll be pretty shocking.
If you have a good profile picture, type in chat.
And this is my first subscriber's profile picture that I picked. It's just of a random stick figure, but the fact that the stick figure is not of correct...
Hold on. Let me see my subscribers. Let's see. Let me pick this guy right here. I like cookie. Okay, it's a cookie. All right, not bad. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. What about this one right here? We got. I don't know what that is. Is that a beast or something? Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's see another one. Let's get another one here. Let's see. This guy right here. Okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah, all right. Not bad. Not bad. What else? We'll do one more. Let's get another rating real quick. Coyote. Let's see. Okay, it's a coyote. That makes sense. All right. That'd be profile pictures, man. That'd be profile pictures.
My brother and I had been in a prank war for 2 weeks. I heard the front door open and jumped out from behind the couch with my Nerf gun pointed...
Dude, prank wars never end well.
Right at him.
Never.
He reached into his jacket and pulled out a real knife. I started laughing and told him, okay, you win, put it down. He didn't put it down. I told him the prank was over. He took 1 step toward me. I stepped back. He didn't say anything, didn't laugh, didn't smile. I looked at his face properly for the first time. The jacket was my brother's. The shoes were my brother's. The face was not my brother's. I turned and ran to the kitchen. He was right behind me. I grabbed the back door handle and burst into the backyard and sprinted to the fence. I cleared it and ran 3 houses down and hammered on my neighbor's door. She opened it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, that knocking sound effects. Oh my gosh. That just scared. Holy.
And I pushed inside and locked it behind me. I called my brother from her hallway. He picked up. He was at our friend's house 20 minutes away. He had been there all afternoon. The jacket and shoes he was wearing were ones he kept by the front door. The man had come in through the back window, put on...
Did y'all hear that knocking sound?
And was walking through the house when I jumped out at him. Police searched the street within minutes and found him hiding in the alley behind our house, still holding the knife. He had broken out of a facility the night before. Our house was the first unlocked window he found. My brother came home to police tape and asked me who won the prank war. I told him it wasn't funny. My brother and I had been in a prank...
Okay.
A boy opened his presentation, and the first slide had my face on it. I was shocked because I didn't know what this was about. He pointed directly at me. My presentation is about people who stutter, just like her. I was so embarrassed. I had never even spoken to him before, and now he was making fun of me. The entire class started laughing at me. My face was burning because he was obviously making fun of me. But I wasn't going to sit back and take it. He clicked to the next slide. Statistics show that almost nobody wants to be with someone who can't finish a sentence. He looked right at me and smiled. I wanted to jump into a hole and...
Bro, I feel like stutters are not even that bad, bro. Like, stutters is actually not bad.
Disappear forever. Someone in the back yelled, "Damn, that's crazy!" But I knew I had to stand up for myself. Unfortunately, I stuttered while doing it. Stop it. That's not nice. I felt my face get hot, and I hated that I couldn't just speak normally. And suddenly, he walked away from the podium, straight to my desk, and got on my level smiling. He started exaggeratingly stuttering every word to make fun of me. No, whoa, won't stop. The class laughed.
Yo, where's the teacher at?
Even harder. I wanted to cry, but I blinked back the tears because I wasn't going to let him get away with this. So I grabbed his arm and dragged him out of the classroom, straight to the principal's office. I walked in and said, "He's been making fun of my disability in front of everyone." The principal looked shocked that he would make fun of me in front of him. "Yeah, son, you're expelled. Wait, at least let me explain why I did it." I rolled my eyes thinking he was just a bully, but that night, I heard banging on my door. I opened the door. A woman I'd never seen before was standing there. The boy was behind her looking at the ground. "I'm his mom. The boy you got expelled today." Oh, hell no. I was shocked and couldn't believe they'd found my address. I was about to shut the door when she said, "My son is autistic. He doesn't know how to express himself like other kids." I laughed at her because I didn't care about that excuse. "So that makes it okay to make fun of me?" "He wasn't making fun of you. He has a crush on you. He spent weeks researching stutters because he wanted to understand what you go through."
I'm sorry, what?
That presentation was for you, not about you. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The boy looked up. "I thought if I stuttered like you wouldn't feel different anymore." A boy opened his
No, I feel like that was very much in a bullying sense. I don't know.
Grew the hair on your head for your entire life. it could end up reaching past your ankles. But if you tried doing the same with your arm hair, it would stop at a specific length by itself. You see, each hair has its own life cycle, where it goes from growing to resting and finally falling out. The length of each phase is set by your DNA, which runs like a timer for different parts of your body, keeping your head hair growing for years while stopping your arm hair after a few weeks.
That makes sense. I think. Oh, we hit the sub goal. All right, we hit the sub goal. So 200 Robux to give away at the end of the stream, guys. The next sub goal is let's see here, 600 or 795,000 subs. Yo, Ruth, thank you for the loot box. Thank you. Yeah, next sub goal is 795,000. Everybody sub, and we'll give out 300 Robux at the end of the stream. JC, the loot box. Thank you.
Great white sharks start swimming towards you. Do not turn around and swim away. Sharks can swim up to 35 miles per hour, which means you have absolutely no chance of outrunning. So here's how you survive. You see,
I feel like you gotta jump on top of the shark.
Great whites don't usually attack the moment they see you. They often circle first, then slowly get closer, trying to figure out whether you're actually food. And the moment you start panicking and splashing around, the shark can mistake you for an injured seal, which is exactly what it loves to hunt. Now, you have to stay calm and keep your eyes locked on the shark. Most sharks prefer attacking from behind, so forcing it to face you can make it hesitate.
Mark, give it a loot box.
If the shark gets close enough, try to push its nose away to redirect it. But if the shark suddenly bumps into you, that's when you know you're in real danger. Because great white sharks will often bump some.
Why don't you just not go scuba diving? I feel like that's the solution to this.
Before biting, trying to figure out whether it's actually food. And if that happens, you have seconds to react. Aim for the eyes and gills, the shark's most sensitive areas. And don't stop biting after the first hit. Many sharks will abandon an attack once they realize you're not an easy meal. Then keep facing the shark while slowly getting out of the water. And here's the craziest part. Sharks don't usually attack humans because they want to eat them. The problem starts when he mistakes you for food. So convincing it you're too dangerous to mess with might be your only chance of surviving. If a great white shark...
Interesting.
Bro, imagine if Roblox hired 1 million moderators.
Adrian, people laughing disco.
Yes, 1 million. You log in.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
And Roblox feels different. No more online dating games. No more scam messages. And the people who bullied you before, all banned. Then you join a game. And you notice something. There are moderators everywhere. Bro, there are literally more moderators than players.
If they actually had a million, well, they have to pay all those million people, and that would be a lot of money.
A hacker joins the server. But before he can even start hacking, a moderator teleports to him. Then another moderator. And another. Then, boom! Now, you feel safe every time you play Roblox. A little too safe. Because one day, you're role-playing with your friend, and you see the moderator keeps following you around. The grocery store, the school, the park. Then, you go back to your Roblox house, and somehow, the moderator follows you inside. Bro, leave us alone. We're just role-playing. But instead, he calls more moderators. Now there are 5 moderators standing in your living room, just watching you guys. So like this video, if Roblox need more moderators. Bro!
Yeah, but I don't know. It'd be cool, though. This had to be a dare from his gorilla buddies. Uh-oh. Oh. He just splashed them and ran away?
I tried making the largest Coke and Mentos explosion. Starting with level 1, I did the classic 3 Mentos and a standard 2 liter of Coca-Cola.
I've always wanted to do this, bro, but I've never done the Coca-Cola Mentos thing.
Now this reaction was pretty cool, but it didn't have more than a few inches of an explosion height. So next,
hey, if we hit 1 million subs, I should do one in my room.
I decided to switch to aspartame for level 2 by using Diet Coke, which apparently has a better chemical reaction when mixed with Mentos. And I also added 4 more Mentos, so we had 7 total. After dropping it in, it was clear that we definitely got more liftoff, in part due to the diet and also from the extra Mentos. For level 3, I added a bit of dish soap to the Diet Coke to break the surface tension and to result in a higher explosion. I was very optimistic about this one, but after adding it and then the Mentos there afterwards, it didn't really explode too much, but rather just turned my Diet Coke into dish soap. But then it was time for the final level, which included 11 Mentos and Diet Coke, which is apparently scientifically the most optimal amount to put into Diet Coke to yield the largest explosion, and after quickly loading it up, this is what happened.
Whoa!
Oh, yes. So there you go.
Dude, yo, if we had 1 million subs, I feel like I have to do it in my room, bro. Like, I don't care if it makes a mess, like, that'd be sick. Benzo, thank you for laughing disco. I'll do, like, all the Mentos. Some iPad kids will still choose this, will choose their iPads over this, by the way. I like dirt bikes, they have to turn it up. Yeah, it's sad. That's just how the new generation is now, you know?
He had a
it's just how it is, unfortunately.
seizure, then got up and fell onto the train tracks. A stranger jumped down to help. The train was rushing toward them, and they could both be killed
Rihanna, they've
if he
the sub,
tried
Benzo,
to
they've
pull
let
the
them
man
cook.
out. So he rolled them between the rails instead, and pinned him down with his own body in case he seized again. As the train passed, it was so close that it nicked the cap off his head before it screeched to a stop. And both men survived thanks to one heroic stranger.
Dude, that's aura, I can't even lie. That's so much aura.
This man did the unthinkable to his dog, and the reason why is insane. A man came home and found his dog covered in blood. He ran into the baby's room and saw the crib knocked over, red streaks across the floor, and the baby gone. Blind rage took over. He grabbed his sword and ended the dog's life right there. But as the dog took its last breath, a cry came from the corner. The baby was alive, hidden safe under the crib. Right next to him lay a dead wolf. The dog hadn't hurt the baby. It had fought to protect him, and the man had just slayed the hero that saved his son. This man did the...
Bro, what are we doing?
Are
you kidding me?
Came home from school and handed her mother a
That's
folded
messed
letter.
up.
Her teacher had given it to her with one instruction. Only her mother should read it. Her mother opened it, read it silently, and tears filled her eyes. The girl asked what it said. Her mother smiled and told her the teacher wrote that she was a genius, that the school was too small for her, and that they didn't have teachers capable enough to teach her. So from that day on, her mother taught her at home herself. Years passed. Her mother eventually passed away. And one day, while going through old family belongings, the woman found that same folded letter tucked in the corner of a drawer. She opened it, and this is what it actually said. Your daughter is mentally slow. She cannot think clearly. Do not bring her back to school. She cried for hours. Then she sat down and wrote this. Marie Curie was once a girl her school gave up on, but because of one mother who refused to believe it, she became the first woman in history to win a Nobel Prize, and the only person ever to win it twice.
Timeless.
She came home from school.
Yeah, that's messed up. Paul, they have a clap seal.
How can bank?
We are suing Roblox.
Sue Roblox. It's my favorite game.
Why do you spell game like that? Jesus loves you, David the Life of Disco.
Why is we Roblox at my favorite key?
Law by Mike. No, law by Poop. Yes.
These iPad kids, bro. Elijah, David the Life of Disco. Jesus loves you, David the Life of Disco.
I am Alpha. You're a poo-poo head.
These can't be real, right? These can't be real.
Sir is hunting you down tonight.
This can't be real. No. 2 likes, 20 replies. Oh my gosh. I just know he's getting cooked in the comments, bro. Emily, give him the uncle alert.
Don't ban on this. Epstein is better than Michael Jackson.
What? Carter, thank you for the Go Trophy. Yo, what? Nobody even mentioned any of those people. I mean, what are we saying, bro? Amir, thank you for the...
No ban
Kids.
No ban Roblox. Who with me?
Oh my gosh. Goku, I think we turn it up. Combat poop banning it. Oh my gosh.
You know, Aura.
I will destroy you. What in the world, bro? This is the dead internet theory, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, genuinely, what is going on?
I hate you all. Roblox.
Goku, they're live in disco.
We are suing Roblox.
Man. A gas or they're live in disco. What is this peak music? Triple T! Won the world? How is he? Chrissy, they live in disco. Chrissy, they live in disco. Oh, I want to try that. That looks so fun. Kenneth, they live in disco. How to unlock the 25th hour of the day? That just seems wrong. Oh my gosh. They have the uncle alert.
A woman tried to humiliate a decorated army veteran. He was giving a speech and taking photos with all the kids at our camp. He smiled and respectfully shook their hands, but right as he was about to leave, someone yelled, "Hey, douchebag!" A woman stormed through the crowd and shoved her son's photo in the veteran's face. "You're wearing sunglasses in my son's picture. Is it because of the scar across his eye? My son disgusts you, does he?" I instantly cut in before he could reply and showed her the other's photos. "He wore the sunglasses with every single kid, ma'am." She looked closer, but then her face went red. "Well, that's even more disrespectful. Why is he wearing sunglasses at all?" She demanded he
Oh yeah, sunglasses. That's so wrong, man. I can't believe
another picture with her son.
Should be arrested.
I looked over at the veteran, and he was smiling slightly to the side of her. "Ma'am, I'd prefer to keep them on. Please don't make me explain myself." She stepped closer and waved her hand in his face.
I bet you he has a scar too.
"Look at me when I'm talking to you. Take your glasses off." I realized she was out of control, so I guided her away from the veteran, but she broke free and pulled out her phone to record him, yelling on camera he's got no respect. She's demanding a refund for the camp, and this is going viral, and his career is over. I instantly called security, and they ran over, gripping her arms. Her phone fell to the floor, but she screamed and ripped free. She ran straight towards the veteran, and before anyone could stop her, yanked the sunglasses off his face. My stomach turned, because where the veteran's eyes should have been, it was just skin. He'd lost both of his eyes in the war. The woman's face was priceless. I'm sorry, I didn't know." She tried to run, but security was already on her. Her son called out to her as she was getting dragged out. "I told you it wasn't because of my scar." A woman tried to
Yeah, that's messed up, bro. Holy.
Here's a game you probably shouldn't play with your friends unless you're willing to die for them. Because in this game, you and your friends have a button, but the catch is that any time it's pressed, a massacre happens. So you have to team
the soccer trophy.
Scavenge for items that will help you survive each horrific event and leave alive. The game is called The Button. Follow for more.
That seems kind of cool, actually. I'll like it.
It's almost so
we could check that out later. Twins at the carousel, but they're circling around your head. Oh yeah, I hear it around my head. Whoa. Soccer trophy. They have the soccer trophy. Can't they have the Laughing Disco.
In the garage to reveal my daughter's birthday present. A vintage car with a bow on it, and she looked at it with disgust. Ew, what the freak is that?
Straight to the orphanage.
All my friends have new Teslas. You could have at least gotten me a second-hand Lambo. I don't want this junk. I crossed my arms. If you don't want it, you're not getting anything else. I don't care. I'll take the school bus over that. At least the bus has my hallway crush on it. I felt extremely disappointed in myself for raising such a spoiled daughter. That car took me a year of weekends and late nights to build with my bare hands, and her ass couldn't even say thank you.
Oh! Yo, alright, yo, his story, yo, we gotta chill on the swears, bro. Let's keep it family friendly.
I knew I had to do something that would teach her how to be grateful for things the hard way. I grabbed the keys, got in, and drove off. I drove to a mechanic shop to sell the parts. When I pulled in, a girl my daughter's age was sitting on the curb, bawling her eyes out with Kleenex. I thought she was just another spoiled girl. But inside, I heard her mom was inside talking to the mechanic. He said, "I can fix your family car, but it's going to cost you $5,000. The mom cried in her palms. "We can't afford that." She walked outside and knelt down next to her daughter. "I'm sorry, baby. We can't afford to fix it. We'll figure out the bus for now." I realized that this girl was probably even more grateful than my daughter. I looked at the keys in my hand and knew that this was the perfect opportunity to teach my daughter gratitude. "Excuse me, baby girl, but I have a car that nobody wants. It's yours if you need it." The mom shook her head. "I appreciate it, sir, but we'll be okay." I knew she was just lying to be nice. She took her daughter's hand and started walking toward the road, but the girl looked back and saw the car for the first time. She froze. She let go of her mom's hand and walked toward it. "Mom, this is a '69 Mustang." Her voice cracked. "The '69 is my dream." I looked at them. "I'll sell it if you don't want it, but if you do, the car's yours." The mom wiped her eyes and nodded. I gave her daughter the keys. "Follow me to my house. I need to get the title." They followed me home. My daughter heard the cars pull up and came outside. The girl ran up to her. "Your dad is the GOAT. He told me he built this car himself. This is my dream car. Did he build you a car too?" I smirked because I knew my plan was working. My daughter's face went red. She looked like she wanted to explode. "No, she's not into this stuff. She prefers Teslas." The girl looked at her like she was judging her. Okay, lol. I opened the garage to reveal my
crazy.
This video
Elijah, they've the uncle alert.
is only 10 seconds long because you only get one chance to catch this moving car. And if you miss it at first try, you have to restart the whole video.
No.
If an alligator grabs you,
Pluto,
it might start a death roll, a terrifying spin meant to dismember prey. To survive, you should try to roll in the same direction as the alligator. If you have a free arm, aim for the alligator's eyes, or try to jab its nostrils. And if all else fails, play dead. Sometimes the alligator will release its grip, giving you a chance to escape.
And what if your leg's like gone? Then how do you escape? You can't run, bro.
My 6-year-old daughter, Thalia, came back from her dad's house, cutting her own hair that already had chunks of hair missing. When I grabbed the scissors, she whispered, "Stop, I have to be ugly, otherwise they'll take me." She was shaking so hard when she said it that she threw up. "Thalia, who will take you? What are you talking about?" I begged, my heart broken. Finally, she took a deep breath and said, "Daddy's friends choose one girl to spend time with in the basement. I have to make sure I'm the ugly one, otherwise they'll choose me." She could
say, oof, okay.
Couldn't say anything else without hyperventilating, so I just tucked her into bed and told her everything would be okay. But I had to find out what was going on, especially before it was time for Thalia to visit her dad again. As soon as she was asleep, I called my ex.
I think the dad is about to get a restraining order.
A dozen times. He finally picked up on the 13th ring. "What happened to our daughter?" I asked. "Why did she come home with hair missing?" He just laughed. "Relax, you sound insane right now, and if you try to get me into trouble, I'll make sure to get full custody of our daughter, and you'll never see her again." He hung up. For 2 days, I watched as my 6-year-old daughter deteriorated in front of me, and I had no idea why. But the next day, I finally got a clue, because that's when Raquel came over. Raquel was one of my ex's 7 daughters that he had with 5 different women, all with weekend custody arrangements. She came to hang out with my daughter, and she had chunks of hair missing too. That's when I realized this wasn't just happening to my daughter. I collected more evidence from texts from 5 other mothers who all said their daughters were missing hair and talking about a basement. And the next day, I went to the police with photos of the girls' destroyed hair and evidence I'd collected. But the officer just looked me in the eye and said, "We can't justify using our resources to invest."
Yo, this guy got a whole burger and donut in front of this guy, bro. Holy big back.
Investigate this. I had no more time to find out what was going on, and I was forced to send Thalia to my ex's place for the custody arrangements. As I drove there, Thalia gripped my hand in the car so tight her knuckles went white. "Mommy, what will happen if I can't make myself ugly enough this time? I don't want to go to the basement anymore. I don't want to hang out with Daddy's friends."
What happens in the basement?
And dropped her off because I had a plan. I texted my cousin Marco, an ex-veteran. All I said was, "My daughter's in trouble," and my pin drop location. He replied with, "I'll be there in 20 minutes." Marco arrived with his brother Santiago. They'd done 2 tours in Afghanistan together, knew how to make people talk. We pulled up to my ex's place, and he came out smiling, ready to gloat about custody, but his face changed when he saw Marco. "Get inside," Marco said quietly. We shoved past him and walked straight in. His girlfriend tried to run away. Santiago had her zip tied to a chair in seconds. My ex backed against the wall. Marco found a latch to the basement. It had 3 locks, just like Thalia said. Marco picked them in under a minute. My ex went white. "You can't go down there, please. You don't understand." I walked down those stairs. What I found down there made me physically sick. My ex and his girlfriend are serving life sentences now. My 6-year-old daughter
FBK, they've the laughing disco.
Killing people on Murder Mystery 2 is a huge mistake, because at number 4, bro got so terrified he started screaming.
Trophy. I'd be scared too, bro. That ain't Mickey Mouse. That's something else, bro. That's something else. Oh,
At number 3, this is how you successfully rage bait the murderer.
Rage baited? I hate this glitch, bro. I'm so glad they patched it. Bro, they've laughing disco. Morgan, they've laughing disco.
At number 2,
he's so mad.
There's no way this avatar is allowed in MM2.
Gang, give us up. Wait, that's smart. Wait, that's actually really smart.
Trolling people on
nice.
For my birthday?
The students, they have the gifts. Appreciate it.
$1 versus $10,000 food. Can Chandler tell the difference? Of course I can. We're gonna start off with this.
I don't think any food is worth $10,000, bro.
This one.
I can't even lie.
Let's see if he can tell.
The students have the soccer trophy.
Like butter in my mouth. All right, now try this one. Oh, that's $1. Bro, it's so hard to chew. You are correct.
Okay, but you're comparing $1. What food are you getting from $1, bro? Come on now. 10,000.
Ooh. Describe it. Chandler, don't spit it up. What is that? That's not pizza.
Is the pizza that bad?
This is gross. Wait, really? What is this, bro? It's like, all right, the first one was the expensive. Yeah, the second one was terrible.
Oh. One of your hands is holding a $10,000
Oh, that cake looks insane.
cake. The other, a dollar cake.
Papori, give the Life and Disco.
It's not bad. Oh yeah. I mean, I want to say this is the dollar.
That was part of the $10,000 cake.
It's just better.
$1.
Yeah, you can't. If you can't tell, bro, it's not worth 10,000. Come on now.
Now
it's not worth.
We at the world.
It ain't worth it, bro.
Was made today. Let's talk about it. I never thought these words would come out of my mouth. The baby being held by Lionel Messi just beat Lionel Messi in the World Cup final.
That's crazy, bro.
No. Yeah, that sounded
That's
so
crazy.
weird, but it's true. Also, another historical moment is since Spain is the winner of this World Cup, they became the first country to win twice in this century. First in 2010 and now in 2026. And already after that game, people are excited for the 2030 World Cup and can't wait. Surprisingly, before this 2026 World Cup, a lot of people were worried about it being in America. Well, it actually turned out to be something that we will never forget. History was made today.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. The whole class when your name appears in the book. I could confirm from past experiences, yes.
Imagine if I owned Roblox. Part 4. First of all, to thank all my old subscribers for the support, every single one of you gets a free gift. You can either choose 1,000 Robux or 2 months of free Roblox Plus.
That would be literally giving out free Robux. You can't do that.
And for those who just subscribed, don't worry. You'll get your gift too in 2
the
weeks.
GOAT trophy.
If I'm not dead. But why would I be dead? Because apparently, a lot of people hate me now. The hackers hate me because I've been working 30 hours a day banning all of them. The investors hate me because instead of being greedy, I keep giving free Robux to players.
Jerry,
the employees hate me because I'm firing half of them for not doing their jobs properly. So at this point, my life is literally in danger. But honestly, I don't care. And I will keep doing what I'm doing.
Orange though, they have a soccer trophy.
Because I'm the best Roblox owner ever. So like this video if you want me to own Roblox. Bro, imagine if...
Alright, I mean... I guess.
Roblox Animal Hospital was stolen. Due to how popular Animal Hospital has become, people outside of Roblox have been stealing it. There's ads popping up that are copies of the game.
Yo, what is this? Yo!
Which usually happened, but this one got over 1 million downloads. Even Fortnite creators have started remaking the
That's on the Play Store?
game, getting thousands of players. Shout out my last 10 subscribers and Roblox.
Please friend me. I can't friend me. I'm sorry, bro. I can't. I'm not friending right now.
Into a certain medical lab in the late 90s, you would see a living, breathing mouse with a fully formed human ear growing directly out of its back.
I'm sorry, what?
You might think this was some sort of cruel, mutated monster from a horror movie, but it was actually a highly calculated experiment. You see, doctors wanted to prove they could artificially grow human body parts from scratch, so they took a biodegradable mold shaped exactly like a human ear, seeded it with living cow cartilage cells, and surgically implanted it under the skin of a hairless mouse. As the mouse's body provided blood and nutrients, the mold dissolved, leaving behind a perfect living ear structure. The terrifying ultimate goal wasn't to create mutant animals, but to eventually use your own body as a living factory to grow your own replacement organs. If you walked into a certain medical lab...
How do you identify?
Okay, alright. Cool. Cool.
Why do some attacks hit when they clearly shouldn't?
Oh yeah, hitbox.
It's because games aren't actually checking the character model. Instead, they use invisible shapes called hurt boxes. This invisible
hurt boxes? I thought it was a hitbox.
Area defines where a character can take damage. And when an attack's hitbox overlaps with the hurt box, the game registers a...
Yeah, however, MM2 just does not abide by any of these rules. For some reason, they give you a hitbox the size of a McDonald's, bro. I can't even lie. It's huge.
Hit. But here's where it gets interesting. Sometimes the character's hurt box might go past their body.
This leads to
situations where you get hit, even when it looks like you didn't. Other times, attacks seem to pass right through opponents without causing damage.
It's messed up.
My mom.
I don't know, bro. They gotta fix that. Michael, mic drop. Jamie,
suddenly had a heart attack, and my 9-year-old sister now had no partner for her dance recital in 6 weeks. She asked Dad to.
I think there's bigger fish to fry, bro.
Be be her partner, but he laughed. That's what girls do. I'm not wearing pink skirts. You don't need a partner. Tilly walked off crying. So the next day I asked Dad if I could join the gym because I wanted to grow some muscle. He put his hand on my shoulder. Finally, my son is becoming a real man. He dropped me off and watched me walk in. I did a few sets of curls near the window so he could see, and the second he drove off, I ran through the back exit into the ballet studio. I practiced with Tilly for 2 hours, falling over and failing every turn, but I was determined. When Dad finally picked me up, I came out through the gym doors, sweaty and complaining about how sore my biceps were. He chuckled and punched them. Don't be a sissy kid. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after that, he'd watch through the window. My veins bulged, weight slammed, but the second he pulled away, I was out the door, doing pliers and pirouettes with Tilly until my legs burned. One night, I got in his car, out of breath after hitting squats, and my dad looked at my calves. Those are getting huge. That's my son. He hugged me, having no clue the calves were from his son doing twirls and leaps in a pink tutu. He stopped watching after that and would just drive away. But then one evening, while practicing with Tilly, I saw him pulling into the parking lot earlier than usual. He was coming into the gym with 2 new pairs of gym shoes to train together. I stopped mid-pirouette. I grabbed my gym bag, and Tilly yelled, "Run before he sees you." I sprinted out, sneaking into the gym 2 feet behind him in my pink tutu. I turned into the bathroom and changed. By the time I came down, he was walking around looking for me. I slid into an unused bench and started lifting. "There you are," he smiled at me. "That's the intensity I like to see," he said while I was panting and out of breath from the sprinting. He took videos of me benching. I kept grunting and talking about my fake 1-rep maxes, while Tilly was in the studio perfecting our routine. After my set, he got on the bench to try himself, and when he couldn't do a single rep, he beamed, "Wow, son, is this actually what you lift?" He didn't know I'd slid an extra 45 pounds per side right as he went to lay down.
How do you not realize that? Can you I can't friend me, I'm sorry.
Finally came. Our dad was in the audience alone, thinking I was at the gym. I looked at Tilly backstage. "You ready?" She was shaking and nervous. I whispered, "What's the worst he's gonna do? Call you a girl?" She laughed. We stepped out and started performing our routine, with me jumping and turning with Tilly the way Mom was supposed to. Dad's face fell completely. His son was on stage dancing like a girl. He was red in the face, angry, and completely shaking. But when our routine ended, the whole audience cheered, and my dad was actually clapping too and smiling. Afterwards, he came up to me and Tilly. "I'm so sorry, kids. I don't know how to deal with your mom's death, but I shouldn't have pushed you away and made you feel you have to hide stuff from me." He hugged us, and that was the first time I ever saw him cry. My mom suddenly...
Oh, love you, Dad.
As this man sat on a crowded bus, a pregnant woman asked if she could have the seat. Without even looking up, the man
Give it up, bro.
Everyone on the bus.
That's messed up. You're literally gonna get jumped for that, bro.
Stared. Moments later, an old man walked over and asked for the seat. And again, he refused to stand. People began whispering that he had no respect. Then a passenger on crutches asked if he could have his seat, but still, he didn't move. The woman sitting beside him couldn't take it anymore. She stood up and shouted, "What kind of person are you? They all needed that seat more than you." The man quietly reached between their seats and pulled out a thick roll of cash. The woman's eyes widened. It was hers. He had seen her drop it when she got on the bus, and so did they. That's why they had been taking turns asking for the seat, so one of them could steal her money and split it. Just then, the 3 of them...
But why wouldn't you pick it up and give it to her?
Immediately got out of the bus, because sometimes the person everyone blames is the real hero. As this man sat...
I feel like that was an easy solution, bro. Just pick it up and give it to her.
My
metal
detector beeped rapidly, and when I dug through the sand, I saw a rusted knife with dried blood still on the blade. I gasped and put my gloves on before pulling it out. I drove it straight to the police station, but instead of taking my statement, they pulled me into a back room and shut the door. I sat there for 30 minutes. My heart pounded as the clock kept ticking. A police officer opened the door and told me, "You're not in any trouble, ma'am. We just need you to wear this." He began taping a wire to my chest and asked, "When's the next time you're going to see your family?" I replied, "Tonight," and he replied, "Great, wear this and talk to your granddad. Make it seem normal. Ask him things, family things specifically." I gulped and figured my granddad was in some kind of danger, so I walked into my mother's house and sat down across from him during dinner. I kept my arm pinned to my side so the lump under my shirt wouldn't show and asked him, "So how did you and Grandma meet?" I sipped my water, trying to seem normal, even though my legs shook. Granddad smiled. "We met at a dance hall." I'll never forget her eyes. Sweat was beading down my forehead, and the wire stuck to my chest. "What was your favorite thing to do with her and your kids?" He looked up at the ceiling like he was reminiscing. "She used to love walks on the beach. The last thing we ever did before she died was walk on the beach." A tear
Oh, wait, I see what's happening.
Rolled down his eyes as my blood ran cold, but
Wait
then
a
he looked at
minute.
me. Why do you ask? My heart froze and I shifted to make sure the wire wasn't showing. No reason, just curious. But he suddenly stood up and walked over to me. And why do you keep moving in your seat? I felt my legs go cold, and suddenly the door burst open. 3 officers poured into the kitchen and tackled my granddad to the floor. Walter Grimes Pope, you're under arrest for the murder of your wife Eleanor Grimes Pope. My whole family screamed, and that's when it hit me. The blood on that knife was my grandmother's. Granddad had killed her and lied about it his whole life. As they dragged him out, he locked eyes with me. You're wearing a wire, aren't you? You better pray I never get out. The door slammed. My metal detector...
Yeah, I hope he doesn't get out.
I'm sorry.
I hope not. That'd be pretty bad.
He slid the glass bowl onto the rod and repeated this until it was completely stacked.
Sniper, they would have closed
Then the rod was spun, and when Benjamin Franklin touched the glass with wet fingers, it created a small amount of friction which vibrated the glass, sending out eerie sounds through the air. But some people fainted when they heard it, and after a boy died, people thought the instrument was haunted.
I'm sorry, he died from it?
Now, some blamed lead poisoning from the paint, but no one ever proved this, so the mystery still stands. He slid the
glass. Very, very mysterious.
I tried military food.
Nick,
starting with military energy gum, which is a spearmint flavored gum that looks like this, that contains 100 milligrams of caffeine that kicks in after just 5 minutes of chewing. It was created to keep service members awake without needing them to carry heavy liquids like coffee or energy drinks. And I could definitely see its utility because after chewing this for about 5 minutes, I could already feel myself getting wired. Afterwards, I tried 1 day emergency food, which is a block of 1,100 calories that has a 20-year shelf life that military members can keep on their person if they're ever in survival and escape situations. While it's definitely very practical, I can't say it tasted too good after trying it, though I think that's the last of their concerns. I tested full-on military meals next, which is used by the armed forces to feed troops daily in active combat or training zones. And this was really built out, having 12 different ready-to-eat meals ranging from a chicken burrito to a beefsteak to even a pizza. And what's cool is that you can either eat these dry, wet, or heated. I decided to give their beef and beans meal a try right out of the packaging, and I have to say the meat was actually really tender, and the beans tasted like Wendy's chili, which I loved. They even had a pastry in there for dessert at the end, which was much better than expected. So I think it's safe to say that the military is well fed. I tried.
Okay, not bad.
Once you get a taste.
I thought it'd be way worse, you know?
I was curled up on the couch, scrolling through my boyfriend's TikTok when I saw a video with a ton of views on it. He was grinning at the camera. Story time about the grossest thing I have ever seen. He held up my baby photo and laughed. I was born with a cleft lip, and I recognized the picture immediately because my mom had it framed in her hallway, and I used to walk past it with my eyes down every single day. I sat there watching him laugh and reading the comments making fun of me until I couldn't see through my tears anymore. I thought I was going to have to spend the rest of the week hiding from my phone, but I was wrong. The next morning, my phone was blowing up with texts from my best friend. Check Caitlin's page right now. Caitlin had 500,000 followers, and my hands were shaking as I opened the app because I was convinced my face was about to be seen by an even bigger audience. I clicked on her newest video with my stomach in knots. She had stitched my boyfriend's video and was holding up a baby photo of herself. She had been born with a cleft lip too. She tapped the photo with one finger and looked directly into the camera. I have always been beautiful, and so has this lowlife's girlfriend. Her only flaw was the man she chose. I went to my boyfriend's page, and his video was still up, but the comments had completely flipped. Hundreds of people were coming from Caitlin's video, leaving sweet messages for me and tearing him apart. After an hour of reading positive and encouraging comments, I called my mom. Can I have some of my baby pictures to keep at my house? She went completely silent. I thought you hated those pictures. I looked at myself in the mirror across the room. I changed my mind. I was curled up on the—
Nice, bro.
This player slept on—
Nice.
One for you.
We hit the sub goal. All right. That is 300 Robux to give away at the end of the stream. Next sub goal is 796,000. So subscribe if you haven't already. If we hit that, we'll give away 400 Robux near the end of the stream, all right?
15 when I got my first job
Minecraft
as a
again?
gas station cashier
maybe
to
next
help
week.
out my single mom.
Maybe.
My dad ran away, so I knew I needed to step up. But on my first day, a man in a mask and firearm stormed in at 2 a.m. He yelled, "Hand over the money," and I immediately knew I wasn't getting paid enough for this. My hands trembled with fear as I pressed the cash into his palm and pressed the silent alarm under the desk. But then he immediately gave me back everything except one single $50 bill. I was still shaking when he lowered his firearm. "I'm sorry, but it's my son's 16th birthday in a few days. I haven't seen him since he was a baby, so I want to send the $50 to his mom, and maybe she can pass it on to him. That's why I'm doing this." I felt bad.
Oh. W robber.
So I replied, I'm sure his son would appreciate that.
Can DK,
but then
they
the
would
man
flow state.
instantly hung his head. That boy is the only reason I keep trying in this life. Maybe one day I'll find him, and he'll be open to accepting me as his dad.
Oh,
I saw
sad.
tears form in his eyes, and a strange feeling hit my chest as I thought about how the police were coming. I told him I was 15 just like his son, and didn't have a dad either, and most nights I still sat on the porch waiting for him to come back. His lips trembled as he nodded and went to leave, but when he turned around, I noticed a few strands of ginger hair sticking out from the bottom of his mask. I told myself it couldn't be him, but still called out, "Wait!" The man turned, and I asked him if he has a scar on his knee. "How do you know that?" He replied. I felt tears forming as I asked if his son was named Michael. His mouth flew open and he nodded.
Wait!
I gripped my head. "I'm Michael." The man immediately pulled off his mask, and that's when police walked in. They cuffed him and started walking him out, and tears fell from his eyes. I knew I couldn't let this happen, and immediately ran over the counter, my heart pounding. I clicked the alarm on accident. I yelled to the officers, "He's not here to rob me." They looked at me, looked at the man, and I pulled a picture from my wallet. The only picture I had of me and my dad. The man in front of me looked just like the man in the picture. The officers took one look at it, nodded, and left. I cried staring at him, and suddenly felt my throat closing. "Dad." His lip quivered as he gripped my shoulder. "Son." We pulled each other into a hug and sobbed. I found my dad when he tried to rob me. I was 15.
That's crazy, bro.
If we launched a nuclear...
My crush tried to kill...
Chris, they live from disco.
The prettiest girl in school asked me out. I thought someone was filming a prank, but she smiled, grabbed my hand, and kissed me. For the next...
Ooh! W Riz! Hold up now!
3 weeks. Everything felt perfect. She wanted to know everything about me.
Chris,
where
they
I
live from
lived,
disco.
when my parents got home, whether I locked my bedroom window. I thought she was just trying to get to know me. Then she gave me a keychain. She said it was so I'd always think of her. That night, my dog wouldn't stop barking at my backpack. Inside the keychain, I heard a tiny buzzing sound. My dad took it apart. There was a GPS tracker hidden inside. I texted her asking why.
Oh my gosh, wait, this is like obsession.
She replied almost instantly, "So I always know where you are." I thought it was just a creepy joke. Then my dad checked our security cameras. At 2:17 that morning, someone walked into our backyard. It was her. She walked straight to my bedroom window and tried to open it. It was locked. She stayed inside for almost a minute before walking away. My parents called the police. When they searched her house, they found printed maps of our neighborhood, pictures
Angel,
of my family,
what's up? Jay, they have the
copies of
live
my
disco.
daily class schedule, and a notebook. Every page had the same sentence written over and over. If I can't have him,
Shady,
nobody
they have
can.
the sub.
The detective later told us she bought a hunting knife the day before. I never saw her again, but even now, whenever someone asks for my location, I think twice before sharing it. My crush tried to...
I mean, at least he got the
Someone
huzz.
inside Roblox itself might be behind a massive wave of account bans, and it is genuinely terrifying.
Wait, like an actual Roblox employee doing something so evil?
Yes,
Wait,
Andrew,
what?
and it's just insane. Recently, we found out a Roblox employee or intern has been taking advantage of their access to terminate high-value accounts. Over $400,000 worth of limiteds have been affected in just 3 days.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
With at least 15 users banned for account theft.
So someone with actual Roblox access is just going after people's items?
That's probably it, and it gets messier. If you move your own limiteds from one of your accounts to another just to use them there, you could still get banned for receiving or moving stolen items.
So for example, if I move some of my own stuff between my own accounts, I could get banned.
I hope this is fake, but there's not a 0 chance of it happening.
I wonder
That's messed up.
if I'll get banned for transferring items to Bob's account.
At this point, I would be more worried about Roblox banning itself. Someone inside...
Bro, fire the intern.
Oh my gosh, he's
what in the world?
For the 3rd day in a row, Marix blocked me and my grandma at the school gate just to make fun of my grandma.
Mace,
why does she
the
walk
sub.
with that cane? It's so ugly. He grabbed the bottom of it, thinking that it was a weak cane.
You're so ugly, bro.
Had no idea that her
Rando,
cane was
the sub.
reinforced with metal on the inside. Grandma tried to tug it back, but Marix pulled his
Cynthia,
leg back
live
to
disco.
kick. His foot connected, and I heard something crunch. It was the sound of his leg against the cane. Marix collapsed onto the pavement, screaming, clutching his foot as his ankle ballooned inside his shoe. My grandma's cane had shattered his foot. I helped Grandma to the car, laughing about it the whole way home. But the next morning, the principal called me down and brought me to his office. Marix's parents were already waiting, with Marix slumped in a chair beside them, foot wrapped in a thick cast, glaring at the floor like he wanted to set it on fire. His mom shot up the second I walked in. That's the boy. His grandmother is the one who crippled my son. His dad jabbed his finger at my chest. Your grandma is never stepping foot on this property again. And
I love how he's just smiling through all this, like rage bait.
Your family is covering every hospital bill. I stared at them for a second, then reached down and twisted the rubber tip off the bottom of Grandma's cane. The reason why his foot broke is because he kicked a cane that's filled with metal on the inside. I screwed the tip back on, and Marix went pale. He had no idea. His dad didn't even pause. That's worse. She's been walking around children with a metal weapon. She's a danger to every student here. His mom looked at the principal. Either she's banned by the end of today, or we're getting our lawyer involved. I just stood there, while Marek started to smirk at me from his chair. The principal raised his hand at the mom. Are you finished talking yet? He spun his monitor toward them and played the gate camera footage of Marek's winding up and kicking Grandma's cane out of nowhere. Your son just physically attacked an elderly woman on school property, and you walked in here trying to blame her for what happened to his foot. The dad opened his mouth, but the principal kept going. Marek's is suspended. Marek's shot out of his chair, screaming, "When I'm back, I'm snapping that stupid cane in half." The principal exhaled. He's expelled, and tell your lawyer to give me a call. I'd love to walk him through what I just watched. For the third day.
Nah. Trying to get famous, save this up.
Weirdo for liking these smells. Paint, not real.
Paint smells nice, and I don't think that's weird.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but paint has really bad fumes, so never smell paint. 18% of the world hates this, according to this data here. That's pretty low. Garlic, ooh.
Never smelled garlic before, so I can't say. I'll say no.
100%. If I smell garlic, I know I'm gonna be eating good. I get super excited. Yes.
I don't really know what.
24% of the population hates this. Nah, y'all are tripping. Dog breath.
I feel like everybody would hate this, so I'm gonna say, yeah, I hate
this. Yeah, it's kind of yucky. No.
Naoya, they were laughing disco.
51% of people agree.
What? Who likes dog breath? Is the real question here.
As well. Look, man, if dogs brush their teeth, might be a different story. A blown out match.
Blown out match. Oh, like the smoke and fumes. Isn't that just smoking though?
Smells pretty weird. I don't hate it. I don't like it. 10% of the population hates it. Vinegar.
What does that really have a smell though?
I think it depends on the context. Like salt and vinegar chips.
Hunter, save this up.
But liquid vinegar, nah. 15% hate this. A damp towel.
Oh, no. I hate this. Yeah.
Ooh, nah.
Disgusting.
Especially when it comes to me, I wash my towel like once every 3 years. It starts to smell really bad. Actually, no, I kind of like it. 8.5% of the population hates
He changed from disgusting, no, to I kind of like it, yeah.
Smell. Interesting. Out of this list, which of these do I look like I smell like? Are you a weird?
Interesting. Auto satisfaction. Ooh. Look at all those balls. Nice. Ooh, like a perfect gradient. Nice. Okay. Moon. Okay, collecting clouds in a bottle. Oh! Oh, that's peak. That's peak. Nice, nice.
My mother died.
Matthew is Stay Laughing Disco.
Before I was born.
Before you were born?
Thanks.
Your mother died before you were born?
Yes. Did you say before you were born? Yeah.
But
there's a song my mother used to teach me when I was 3.
Yo, what? Hold on. Something ain't adding up, bro.
I want to sing it to you.
Hey, but you said she died. I don't understand. Your mother died before you were born. Now,
okay. No, for real. She's even here. She can say hi to people. What? My mother died.
Yo, what in the world?
I climbed into my bed with a grin, feeling my jeans press against the duvet covers. My dad came over and leaned against my door. "I'm sorry I said no to you going to the party, son, but I know the kids there. It's too dangerous." He walked back to his room.
Yo, this dad looks like an absolute Chad.
Instantly got up from the covers. I laced up my Jordans and climbed out my window the second I heard snoring. I walked into that party and was immediately surrounded by college kids twice my size. I grabbed a red cup and filled it with juice to fit in.
That cannot be juice.
Then pulled out my phone to take pictures so I could show everyone how cool I was. Then I heard yelling in the backyard. I walked over with loose legs to seem nonchalant and saw 2 people punching each other. I put my hands up and yelled fight like everyone else, but then a gunshot rang out, then another one. The music stopped and everyone started running. I got
that escalated pretty quickly.
Knocked to the floor, and dozens of feet instantly stampeded me, stepping on my head, my fingers, and my legs. My red cup spilled and ruined my Jordans as more gunshots echoed around me. I laid on the floor, afraid I was going to die, when I spotted a bathroom. I crawled into it and shut the door quietly as I could, but another gunshot sounded out just outside. I pulled out my phone with trembling hands. "Dad, I'm so sorry. I snuck out to the party. There's someone here shooting and I'm hiding in a bathroom. Please help." I instantly heard him running and grabbing his his car keys. I'm coming right now. He hung up, and I pressed my knees to my chest, listening to the sound of reloading.
Lock the door, bro.
Then headlights swung through the window. Dad was running barefoot into the house in his pajamas. I heard him scream my name, but then a gunshot cracked outside. Something dropped, and my whole body locked up. I went to scream Dad, but I caught myself, and suddenly, the handle started rattling. I curled up into a ball, arms over my head, thinking this was it. But then Dad opened the door. Blood dripped from the bullet wound in his arm, but he just pulled me to my feet. We walked past the attacker, who was now laying on the floor, and when we got in the car, he peeled out, driving one-handed in total silence. The bullet stayed lodged in his injured arm. I looked at him, not saying a word, and just broke. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry. But he just kept his eyes on the road. It's okay, kid. You still called me, even when you knew I'd told you no. That means...
Yo, his dad's a Chad. Did he just take a bullet?
More to me than you could ever know. He pulled into my favorite diner. I'll always come get you, no matter what. I climbed into...
He just took a fight with someone with a gun. Holy.
If you ever... Please spell liable.
Random guy. Watch this. You were so close, man. You were so close.
What? Let me try again. Enact.
Bro, let me try.
Can you spell vague?
Ooh!
Tone.
Ooh!
Dang, that was crazy. Please spell.
Bro got humbled. That's crazy.
Whichever one of these three people can get the further.
Do I look like my Roblox avatar?
You know what? He does. Yeah, he actually kind of does, actually. This is maybe the most realistic Roblox avatar. Flames, people laughing disco.
How do you sell clothes?
Yes, we are a clothing store, Alfredo.
How do you know my name?
Albert Einstein over here, bro. Hanky, they've laughing disco.
There's a 1,000 jelly beans. Each time you eat one, you get $5,000. But one of the jelly beans is poison and ends with you. How many you eating?
None?
999. I'm not eating the poison one.
Flame balance, save the uncle alert.
My coworker was asked to cut the cake today at work.
What in the world is this? How do you not know how to cut a cake?
Name
Flame
one
balance,
thing
that
cannot be crushed.
My heart, you can't crush something that's already been crushed.
Oh, so real. Oh, yeah, so real.
Tough.
Does my little brother look like Troll Face?
I think your little brother needs to brush his teeth, bro.
I don't know what movie to watch right now.
Itonia.
I don't care who you are.
Enrique! Do I look like...
Good ones.
Insane.
That's good. I'm crying. Okay. What? Ooh. Immediate sign to not go upstairs? Oh, nah.
A man started
the uncle alert, man.
A strange chemical taste in his morning coffee. He tested the tap water and it came back clean, but when he dipped the strips into the coffee pot, they showed toxic levels of bleach. He said nothing to his wife and kept pretending to drink it until they moved to a new house. Once settled, he installed hidden cameras disguised as fire alarms throughout the house. The footage caught his wife walking into the laundry room every morning, pouring industrial bleach into a small container and emptying it directly into the coffee maker. He took the footage straight to the police. During the investigation, they discovered she had been secretly planning to kill him for his dying father's inheritance, and that she had a secret lover she was planning to run away with and spend the money with. She
Bro, what? Yo, that's messed up, bro.
Was arrested on the spot and sentenced to 10 years in prison for attempted first-degree murder.
Just 10 years?
A man started noticing...
That's crazy. I feel that should be more. When you accidentally beat a skilled player, but they start asking for a rematch. This is when anyone 1v1s me. Anyone 1v1s me, I beat them so bad, they say, rematch, and I beat them again. It's too easy. Way too easy, bro.
Nope. Gotta go.
Show speed hate. When you hit your opponent in Battleship, most people just keep firing left to right.
The strat is diagonal. Wait, is that... Horizontal, vertical. Yeah, diagonal.
To finish it. That's because they read the board from left to right.
That's the strap.
Just like a book. Now, the outside columns and 2 middle columns are targeted more often, while others not so much. So, to win, place your ships vertically in the less popular zones. And instead of randomly guessing, use a checkerboard pattern. Since ships are at least 2 squares long, you're guaranteed to hit every ship while skipping half the board. Meaning you cover more space while using fewer guesses.
It's me, the Laughing Disco.
You get 1 wish, but 65% of the entire population also gets exactly what you wished for.
Okay.
What's the wish?
True love.
Oh. Square, they have Uncle Earth. Well, that's beautiful.
Cancer.
What?
Me versus my sub-5 little brother.
Oh. Mog battle pings.
What? What the hell y'all doing?
Yo.
Humans are not meant to eat every day.
Sounds like someone didn't have a bountiful harvest.
Guess whose harvest was not plentiful this year?
Bro's crops withered.
That's just bullying, bro.
Looks real. These are great. Looks like it's lit and has people running to tell you to put it out. I work in an oil refinery and people are going insane.
No. No, that's a crazy prank. Wait.
Worth.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Wait.
In the big 20.
Laver, they have the Uncle Earth. What?
You get 1 wish.
What?
My 15th maturity test.
Okay.
I was driving home.
Oh, if I smile. All right.
If you smile, you lose. Level 2.
I'm not smiling, bro. Jose, they have the Uncle Earth.
Level 3. If you're already out, like the video to gain an extra life.
Das ist das Blödste, was ich seit langem gesehen habe.
Level 4.
Not funny, bro. None of these are funny, bro. Laver, they have the Uncle Earth.
Last level. Comment if you made it this far. Maturity.
That last one was a little bit, you know, but alright, okay. Lady for the Uncle Alert, Glitch, save the Laughing Disco.
Driving home on an empty highway when I saw hazard lights flashing rapidly ahead of me. A woman was waving desperately and pointing into her back seat. I pulled over and the woman screamed her daughter was seizing. Being a medic, I rushed to help, but when I looked, the girl wasn't seizing at all. She was tied up with duct tape and her eyes were pleading. I froze and went to dial 911, but as I was about to call, I felt a knife dig into my side. My phone slipped from my hands, and the woman shoved me into the passenger seat. I didn't notice that when my phone slipped, it landed in my jacket pocket. The 911 call connected, and the woman started driving without noticing. She held the knife against me, and I asked loudly, "Why are you kidnapping us?" so the dispatcher would understand the situation and stay silent and just listen. I kept talking, asking why we're going past Route 14 North, why we're taking this specific exit, and prayed she wouldn't catch on. But there was something else on my mind. Why would a kidnapper who already had a girl kidnapped flag down a second stranger and kidnap them too? I turned around to look closer at the tied up girl, but when I did, I felt something in my pocket shift. I realized it was a scalpel from my hospital shift. I reached over like I was adjusting my seatbelt and secretly dropped the scalpel toward the girl, praying she'd realize, but the woman noticed. She angrily asked, "What are you doing?" And that's when her eyes caught the glow of the 911 call from my pocket. She pulled out my phone, and when she saw the 911 call had been connected for over 8 minutes, her face went red. She slammed her wheel and said, "I didn't want to have to do this," then started speeding. My heart was racing, thinking we were going to die, and when I looked over, the girl hadn't done anything with the scalpel. The woman pulled off the highway and into a diner parking lot. Before I could ask why we were here, I noticed a man was already waiting outside. He walked over, opened the back seat, and pulled the tied-up girl out, shoving her into the trunk. Then he pulled me out, and he and the woman took me inside the diner, telling me to act normal. We sat and ordered food, while the woman kept the knife pressed into my thigh under the table. I was trying not to shake when the man pulled out a folder. They knew my grandfather had left me an inheritance worth millions, and I needed to sign it over to them right now. I nervously shook my head, and the man just looked at me. He stood up, walked outside, then opened the trunk and fiddled around inside it. A minute later, he came back and held his phone up with a photo. He'd strapped a bomb to the girl and held up a remote. "You have 5 minutes before I press the button."
Oh my gosh. Wait, this one's insane.
I tried to reason, begging them to stop, but the woman just pressed the knife harder. I looked around and nobody was noticing a thing. At 4 minutes, I told them I'd sign over
Mary,
a portion.
they have to stay hydrated.
No. The timer kept going, and when it hit 1 minute, I signed. Money wasn't worth a human life. The man picked up the documents and smiled. Thank you. Then his face went cold. But you're witnesses now. We can't leave you alive. He clicked the button and the car exploded.
Oh my gosh.
The windows of the diner shook and everyone rushed to the front to see what happened. That's when the woman grabbed my arm, and while
Where is 911? Why are they taking so long?
Everyone was crowding the front. They started to drag me to the back exit. I fought because I knew if we went through that back door,
my gosh.
but they were stronger. They shoved it open and I closed my eyes. But instead of darkness, I saw lights. Police officers with guns drawn. And in the middle was the girl from the truck. Holding the scalpel I dropped for her. I was driving home.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yo, that was one of the craziest stories, I think, from his story.
Bro!
Oh my god, or her story. Key Mackenzie, Live Life and Disco.
Imagine if you could have the same username on Roblox. At first, everyone is happy, because now you can finally get the username you've always wanted. So, you immediately change your username.
If you actually try to change your username to my username on Roblox, you can't. It's banned.
Now, you start playing games. Life is good, but then you keep seeing people with the same username, and even worse, the same avatar and same username. Then one day, you try joining your favorite game, but it says banned. Turns out, another player with the same username was causing trouble, and now you're paying the price. Then, your friends tell you. They saw you playing a sussy furry...
What in the world? A sussy furry game?
Bro, what? That wasn't me. You try to explain.
That was all you, bro. That was all you.
Roblox scam cases increased by 100 million, because now, scammers are pretending to be your favorite YouTubers. Imagine Fulton, a literal millionaire, asking you for Robux. Yeah, no way. So comment what username you would change to. Bro, imagine...
I would change to, I would just keep my name. Vanessa, they've
Cut off a small piece of rubber from a car tire and dissolve it in a special chemical. Then pour the pieces into sulfuric acid, which turns the rubber into tiny white pellets.
Okay.
After that, mix engine grease with a dissolving solution and freeze it into wax.
Okay.
Combine this with the pellets, adding plastic softeners to get the perfect stretchy texture.
What are we making?
Drizzle in some artificial flavoring, as well as blue food coloring and titanium powder to get a stick of gum using almost none of the actual ingredients.
Wait, did he just make a stick of gum with the tire?
Cut off a small
piece.
I'm
gonna pass on that, buddy. I'm gonna pass on that. No, that's not happening.
Bro was born in 2016.
Ain't no way.
This ain't Wednesday. This is Thursday.
It's Black Friday.
How many chromosomes do you have?
Yo.
Bro sat next to Jesus in school.
Bro wrote the alphabet.
Bro hooked up with Cleopatra.
Dude, we are lucky that we are not born in Spain.
Why?
Because we don't know Spanish, bro.
Right now,
I guess, bro.
Don't miss these incredible sky events happening in August. First,
is that what's happening? Is there gonna be a giant spider on the moon? I didn't know that.
There was once a blind man who begged for donations every day. Beside him was a simple sign that read, "I am blind, please help me." Hundreds of people walked past him, but not a single person stopped to help. By the end of the day, his cup was still empty, but then a young woman stopped by, but she didn't give him any money. Instead, she quietly picked up his sign, turned it over, and wrote something new. Without saying a word, she placed it back beside him and walked away. A few minutes later, coins began filling his cup. People who had ignored him suddenly stopped to help. Before long, his cup was overflowing. Later, the young woman stopped by again. The blind man recognized her scent and asked, "Excuse me, can you please tell me what you wrote on my sign?" The woman smiled back and replied, "I wrote the same truth, but in a different way." The new sign read, "It's a beautiful day, and I can't see it." Because sometimes, the way we say something can change everything. There was once a...
Everybody subscribe right now! I'm kidding.
Here's a game you probably
No, I'm not. But, subscribe.
Play with your friends unless you want to hear them scream, because in this game, you and your friends have to run a furniture store, but the catch is that all the furniture is spread throughout a mysterious portal in the basement. So you have to retrieve certain pieces while avoiding what lurks in the dark.
Wait, this background looks so realistic.
Here's a game you
won the world.
If you walk into your living room for the World Cup final, which seat do you take? If you pick the kitchen chair, it sits too far away back and the players look like tiny ants running across the screen. But if you drag it closer, you block everyone behind you and your uncle starts kicking your seat every goal. If you drop onto the floor, your neck locks up staring straight up and your little cousin uses you as a footrest. The couch is the best, but your dad already claimed the best cushion with the whole snack bowl on his lap.
Melody,
so grab your phone, order pizza to the front door, and he'll get up as soon as the delivery guy arrives. If you walk in...
Who here watched the World Cup final today? Who watched it?
Imagine if you had to fight your Roblox avatar in real life. Would you win? Starting with the avatars that you have a 90% chance of beating. If your avatar looks like a kid or just a normal noob, yup, easy win. Me. Now, 50% chance of winning. These are the avatars that actually look strong. Gym avatars, bully avatars, those military-looking avatars. You need actual skills to beat them. Then,
Kevin,
the avatars you only have a 10% chance against. Troll avatars.
Oh. Yo, why does this look like my chat? What in the world?
Because how am I supposed to fight this guy? Built like a refrigerator. Then anime avatars.
Continuous, they've another life in disco.
You only have a 1% chance of winning. They literally have superpowers. Teleporting, flying, summoning a giant sword. And lastly, the one avatar you have a 0% chance of beating.
Candace,
the grandma avatar. Yup, you heard that right. Because the second you try to fight grandma, everyone immediately jumps you first. How dare you try to hit grandma? So
yeah, I won the world.
Comment if you can beat your avatar, bro.
Here are 5
That's messed up.
If you try to copy a $100 bill, your printer will look for a special pattern of circles on the note. As soon as it finds them, it flags it as currency and immediately cancels the printing process. Now you might think you
But what if you already have it, like what if you download an image of money online and then print it?
Just tape paper over those circles.
You know what I mean?
Then print out all the money you want. But modern notes have other secret markers, some that nobody even knows about. And when your printer finds them, well, it'll recognize the bill and block it. If you try
Good idea. Piper, they were laughing disco. So every animal has a dog in them? Wait a minute. Why does this dog Loki suit every animal?
I walked into my first day of real school at 12 years old, and every kid in the room thought I was the...
You do not look 12 years old. I'm gonna say that right now.
12 years old.
You got wrinkles all over your face.
And every kid in the room thought I was the teacher. They stood up and said, "Good morning, miss." I completely froze in the doorway. I'd been homeschooled my whole life because of a condition that made me look 40, and I thought for sure that I would be bullied. But now they assumed I was a teacher, even though the desk in the corner had my name taped to it. A girl in the back waved. "Miss, are we starting or what?" I set my backpack on the teacher's desk because I knew if I admitted I was just a kid with a disorder, then the laughing would never stop. I clapped twice like my mom always did at home. What are everyone's favorite cookies? We'll be doing Cookie Fridays every single week to reward good behavior. The room exploded into applause. I heard footsteps, and the principal appeared in the doorway with her clipboard already out. My heart started pounding, but she wrote something on her clipboard and gave me one approving nod. I scrambled to open the geography textbook with no idea of how this would end. So today, we're going to learn about, the 50 states in the USA. All the students were leaning in when a woman rushed through the door with her lanyard on sideways. I pointed at her. She pointed at me. "Who the hell is this?" The principal flipped a page. "Your replacement, because you're late." Again, I assumed you weren't coming. "Mrs. Doyle, maybe just go home." Mrs. Doyle's face crumpled, and I grabbed the principal's sleeve. "It's not her fault. I'm not a teacher. I'm 12. That desk with my name on it is mine." The room went quiet enough to hear the hallway clock. The exact silence I'd feared my whole life. A boy in the front row raised his hand. "Wait, are Cookie Fridays canceled?" Somebody banged a desk, and the whole room started chanting "Cookie Fridays" while the principal pinched the bridge of her nose. 30 kids had just caught me lying, and they were chanting for me to stay. I carried my backpack off the teacher's desk and sat down at mine. The boy next to me leaned over. "Tomorrow's Friday. You're still bringing them, right?" I walked into my first day of real school at...
Oh, man. It would've been funny if she actually went with it. You know? SCPS escape alarm. Oh my gosh. What is going on in that guy's room?
Stop scrolling. This AI just made scripting 10 times easier. Watch this.
Add a block on the floor. Make it squeeze when I walk on it.
Oh,
squish
what?
And make it yellow. Make more. Make a squish counter UI.
Holy AI slop.
Nice. Now make it 100 times cooler. It's quite good.
That's it. AI scripts right in front of you. Honestly, crazy how fast it works.
What in the world?
Before I tell you the name of this AI, like and subscribe. This tool is called Forge GUI. If you've ever wanted to build your own Roblox game, now's the perfect...
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's... I don't know. Luke, they've the uncle alert. That's kind
and threw a
of...
frying pan at my face, yelling, "Thanks for forgetting my birthday." But then I noticed she was filming the whole thing just to post it on TikTok. The next morning, she woke me up by pouring ice water on my head, yelling, "Get a smile to the camera." I tried to grab the camera, but she ran out laughing. 2 days later, I went to take a shower. I just wanted to wash my hair, but instead of shampoo...
Ew, who does that? Taking a shower? Ugh.
There was pink hair dye. And when I looked up, there was a camera filming everything. I immediately ran out...
That's why I don't take showers.
...to confront her, but the moment I stepped onto the stairs, I slipped on a bar of soap and fell down the entire staircase. She was standing at the bottom saying, "Oh, this is definitely going viral." Then we were going out for dinner, but when I stepped outside, my car was on fire. She was already streaming it live. I fell to the ground.
I'm sorry, what? His car's on fire?
Started crying. I grabbed her phone and saw that she had made $50,000 from filming me. I realized it was time for revenge. So the next day, when she was going to her manicure, a group of terrifying clowns snatched her into a van and drove her deep into the forest. She was so scared that she fainted straight into the mud. I was just standing behind a tree and shouted, "Good job! You just earned me a new car." My girlfriend threw a frying pan at my...
Okay.
Scientists invented a machine that they claimed could permanently erase anyone's pain. Every heartbreak, every loss, every failure could be erased forever with the push of a button. Overnight, humanity completely changed. Depression rates plummeted. Therapists disappeared. Soon, there was a machine in every home on Earth. Whenever someone pressed the button, a stream of black smoke slowly left their body and disappeared into pipes beneath the ground. That was their pain, and nobody questioned where it went because everyone was just happy they no longer had to hold on to it. Years later, one engineer finally followed the pipes to see where they led. At the end was a small locked room. Inside sat a little boy, trembling, as black smoke poured into him. Scientists invented a machine that they claimed...
Whoa, that's messed up.
How is...
Say tail, save the...
Broski online. Account deleted, account deleted online. So whenever your account gets deleted, whenever you go to the account deletion page, so if you go to log in, it'll pop up and it'll give you the, you know, ban message.
Oh, it still says you're online like that?
Ban reason, all that. That for some reason counts as being online, even though you're technically not online. So it means that this person was looking at their ban message and reading it. How is bros?
Oh.
If Roblox...
Interesting. JJY, they've laughing discount.
Games were your school classes. How cooked is your schedule? At first, school might finally be fun. Because if build a boat for treasure was your engineering class, all you have to do is build a boat to get a good grade. And if dress to impress was art class, you'd actually get to create something cool. But then you get to math class and it's a tycoon game. So now you're calculating exactly how much money you need before your next upgrade. And PE class would be even worse if it was rivals. Because instead of running laps, you'd be dodging rockets and getting destroyed by the tryhard kids. But the worst class has to be murder mystery too. Because one has a knife, another has a gun, so you're definitely cooked. If Roblox games were your...
Most likely, yeah. Most
school classes.
Alright.
I lifted up the hair behind my customer's ear when I saw a jagged scar shaped like a lightning bolt. I was sure that it looked familiar, so I zoomed in on a photo of my dead twin brother before he drowned to confirm it was the same one. It was. My scissors hit the counter and the guy jumped. Sorry, fingers cramped up. But when he went back to his magazine and started mindlessly humming, I completely froze again. Because it was the same commercial jingle Miles used to sing on repeat until our mom banned it at dinner. I tried to focus on just cutting until he scratched behind his right ear with his pinky. Because it was the exact same thing Miles did when he'd sit at the kitchen table doing my math homework in my handwriting so we wouldn't get caught. That's when I had to start a conversation. So, did you grow up around lakes? His whole body went rigid. No, I can't stand water. Lakes especially. My eyes widened as he rolled his shoulder to crack his neck because Miles did that after every piggyback ride he ever gave me to school. What was the first state you ever visited? He turned to look at me, but I guided him back to face forward. Well, I was adopted when I was 8, so I don't remember much before that. He smiled, except for my dog. Mushroom? How did you know his name? You named him that because he was brown and wrinkly. You kept him in the shed for 3 weeks and fed him scraps when mom wasn't looking. He turned slowly in the chair to face me. I helped you hide him. I brought him food every morning before school. His hands were shaking. That's not possible. I never told anyone about that dog.
How wholesome.
My adoptive family. I showed him the photo on my phone. Miles, I'm your sister. He stared at me. My parents told me I didn't have any family. Yeah, and my parents told me you were dead. I lifted up the hair behind.
How wholesome, man. How wholesome, bro.
When I was in
Bro.
A middle-aged woman walked in clutching a lottery ticket while crying and placed it down at the counter with a smile. My grandmother just passed away and left me this. She's always looked out for me. The ticket had a $2 million prize, but
oh yeah, she did something bad.
It was also dated 1964. I'm sorry, but the date is too old to accept. I felt terrible as her face dropped into a sad frown. But my grandma bought it from this exact store all those years ago. It's the only thing I have of her. I was heartbroken, but also confused. Our store was only opened 6 months ago, ma'am. I'm sorry. Suddenly, her tears vanished and her face hardened instead. She grabbed a shopping basket and said angrily, I won the money and I'm going to use the winnings today. She started loading wine, snacks, and frozen pizzas into the basket. I didn't understand what she was doing, but when I rang her up and said the total was $18, she smirked. I'd like to pay with my winnings. She gave me her ticket again. This means you only need to give me...
It's $18, bro. $18.
$1,999,982, please. She stretched her hand out with a smile like she was waiting for the money, and I stood there in absolute shock. No way did she think this was okay. I shook my head. I can't give you the money. That'll be $18 for your things. She threw her arms in the air and pulled out her phone, red in the face. I'm calling the police. My grandma would be disgusted if she knew what this store has become.
It's sad to think that there's actually people like this, yeah.
The cops arrived 15 minutes later while she stomped her feet, clearly angry, and I just went red because this was so embarrassing. She immediately showed them the ticket and screamed, "She's refusing my payout." The cops looked at the 1964 on the ticket and chuckled. The woman's face went red, but then the cops looked at the ticket again.
Michael,
wait a second, there's something here. She smirked like she'd won, but then they pointed to the lottery logo on the ticket. This logo is fake. It doesn't exist. The woman's cheeks turned red as she stuttered. No, it's real. I swear. But her hands were twitching like she was lying, and a sly smile crept onto my face. The cops asked to see her ID, and when she opened her purse, her hands shook so much that a stack of blank lottery ticket templates fell out. My jaw dropped as I realized she'd been manufacturing fake lottery tickets and selling a grandma sob story to earn money. She cried, "Wait please," but the cops cuffed her immediately. They let her out while she screamed, and I stood there in disbelief. She was dumb enough to call the cops on her own scam. A middle-aged woman.
Yeah, we clearly do not have. Someone says self-report. Yo. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Imagine whatever you wish for. Your worst enemy gets it twice. Most people.
Oh, wait a minute.
Would wish for a Lamborghini, but then your enemy gets 2 Lamborghinis dropping down from the sky. Wish for $1 million and he wakes up with $2 million in the bank. So instead of wishing for something good, wish to lose 1 kidney. You will survive, but your enemy will lose both of his and collapse on the floor. But what would you wish for? Imagine what.
That's a smart idea. When you lose a loved one. Oh man. He died? The Cappy guy? Oh man. R.I.P. Capybara, bro. R.I.P. A minor heart attack? Oh yeah. Because he would get 2x that, right? Our parents would never get old? Who believed that? One day life will be perfect. Life's already perfect though. What are you talking about? Friends would stay forever? Alright, cool.
My brother poured hot soup on my hands and said, "Oops, misclick." I wanted to destroy him, but my hands were so hot that I ran straight to the sink. A few hours later, I was playing Fortnite on my brand new laptop, and I thought it was all over when suddenly he poured Coca-Cola all over my laptop and said,
"What is this guy doing?"
Oops, I tripped. He immediately ran straight to the bathroom and closed the door, so I can't do anything. But the next day, my crush came in, and at the exact moment we were eating pizza in my room, my brother walked in holding my teddy bear. I knew what he would say, but when I reached for a ball to hit him, he yelled, "My brother sleeps with this every single night." I immediately went red. My crush and my brother started laughing at me.
No.
It was time for revenge. I waited until he went
Bro, what is he doing?
to sleep. I called a moving company. I told them to take him with the bed. They weren't going to do it. But then I offered them his PS5. So they carried him out, still sleeping, and carefully loaded him into the van. I watched from the door, laughing. But when I tried to walk into the house, the door was closed. I checked every pocket, no keys. My brother was just chilling in the van. My brother poured hot soup on my hands.
Ain't no way.
You need to stay alive.
Here's a 4-player still.
He knew he was cooked? Wait, what? Is he gonna make this? Oh! That was a good shot. You came alive. I mean, maybe it was out of bounds, but you know.
Ever since a cop smashed a boy's face into the pavement for witnessing a crime he wanted buried, the boy could feel danger in people. A hum that screamed when danger was close. Sadly, he lost his eyes that night. The cop looked down at him and said, "You should have looked the other way." He was 11. The hum never stopped. Became a private investigator. The best in the city. He found
Henry,
threats no one else could see. One afternoon, the hum hit him so hard he stopped walking. A woman sitting with a man in a cafe, holding his hand. The hum was screaming. He turned toward the man's voice and froze. He knew that voice. He'd heard it every night since. The cop was retired now, comfortable, proud, still laughing the same way he laughed that night. The investigator leaned over and warned him. The cop stared at the scars on his face, recognized him, and went quiet. Then he laughed. "You couldn't see anything then? You can't see anything now." He turned back to his wife. 3 weeks later, the cop was dead. Poison. His wife was the only suspect. The investigator heard it on the radio and sat very still. The hum was quiet for the first time in 20 years. He whispered, "I saw everything. He just never looked." Ever since a cop smashed a boy.
Interesting.
It started pouring.
We might give it the Robux right now, by the way. We'll give it after this short, alright? So everybody subscribe. Let's hit 796k.
So I opened my umbrella
Yeah,
while waiting for the bus. A woman beside me frowned. Can you close that? I looked at the sky. It's raining. I know. Your umbrella is making the rain splash on me. I blinked. I think the clouds are doing most of the work. She stepped closer. You need to share. I laughed. Share my umbrella? Yes, but don't stand near me. I stared at her for a second. So you want my umbrella without me? She nodded. Yes, lil bro. Right then the bus pulled up. The driver opened the door. She rushed toward it. Her foot landed in the biggest puddle at the curb. Water splashed all over her shoes.
Oh.
She looked at me. I lifted my umbrella a little higher. Looks like the rain finally reached you. The driver chuckled. Ma'am, next time I'd recommend bringing your own weather. It started pouring, so I opened.
Yeah, it's all the girl's fault.
My
we'll do one more. We'll do
brother
one more.
and I were dropped off at Grandpa's house to stay with him for the summer, and he immediately told us, I'm not buying an AC this summer to save money, so deal with it. Our jaws dropped because it was currently 100 degrees outside, and sweat was already dripping down my forehead. But it's really hot. What if we buy a fan? He shook his head. That'll raise the electricity bill. I survived without it last year, so will you guys. He was stubborn, and I felt like I could see heat waves in his house. My brother was already drenched in sweat. We need to make a plan so he can buy an AC. We can't live like this for 3 months. My brother whispered, we'll make the house so hot he will want to buy one himself. I high-fived him because that was genius. We waited until Grandpa sat down in his chair, then we got to work. I turned on the oven to 500 degrees and left it wide open to make the air hot.
At this point, you're just gonna make the electricity bill higher.
My brother stuffed towels under every single door in the house to contain the heat. Then we went room by room, closing every vent shut. Within 30 minutes, the house went from hot to unlivable. I looked at Grandpa. His shirt was completely soaked. I nudged my brother. Look, it's working. He's about to crack. An hour later, Grandpa was panting. Grandpa, I think I'm gonna get a heat stroke. It's so hot in here. He wiped his forehead and waved me off. Shoo, you'll be fine. Nobody dies from a little heat. My brother and I smiled at each other because we thought he would break eventually. Then all of a sudden, Grandpa's eyes rolled back and he dropped out of his chair onto the floor. My brother and I screamed. I called 911. When the ambulance came, they said he was having a severe heat stroke and rushed him to the hospital. My brother and I sat in the waiting room. I felt sick to my stomach because we possibly killed our grandpa over an AC. Moments later, a nurse told us he was awake. We ran in. Grandpa, we're so sorry. He was laying there with an IV in his arm. He smirked. Paramedics told me my oven was on full blast. That's what cooked me. My heart stopped. Then I got to thinking.
Yo, they literally cooked Grandpa.
Why were all my vents shut? Why were there towels under every door? He looked right at us. If you don't want me to tell your parents what you did, you're doing my chores for the rest of the summer. We nodded fast because our parents would kill us if they found out. Then he smiled. And I'm still not getting an AC. My brother.
Crazy. Crazy.
These animal hospital moments are just so funny. Because at number 4, hit or...
let's do, all right, hold on. Let's go to the Robux, guys. All right, type your username in the chat, guys. I'm gonna give out the Robux now. Yeah, here we go. Let me put the music on. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go to the Robux here. Type your username in the chat. Where's my chat at? Where's my chat? Oh, it's right here. Okay. I'm gonna pick, how much winners do we have to pick? Let's see. Angel, thank you for the sub. All right, the next sub goal, guys, is 697,000 subs. Okay, 697, and let's mark this in the notepad real quick. That's 400 Robux to give away. 400 Robux to give away. Okay, so let's give out the 400 Robux real quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and scroll, and bam. All right, this guy right here, you're subbed. Thank you very much. All right, let's send you the Robux here. We're gonna pick. We have 400 Robux, right? We'll pick 3 winners. We'll pick 3 more winners. 3 more winners. Oh, why is this so big? Why is this like what in the world? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They have the gifts, guys. By the way, if you want to enter the Robux giveaway, I think we have a Robux giveaway in the Discord right now. Wait, let me just check real quick before I... Yeah, we'll do a giveaway in the Discord server, all right? The Discord server is linked in the description. So if I think you hold the screen on the stream or whatever, you can go to the description and then join the Discord server, okay? If you join the Discord server, we'll host a giveaway there for more Robux is what we'll do. So go join that. And you also get notified anytime I go live, so you don't miss the next stream, okay? But even if you don't have Discord, just turn on notifications, and you should get notified whenever I go live. I have another stream up for literally tomorrow, so we'll be live again tomorrow about 5 p.m. EST. So again, it's already on the channel. It'll automatically redirect you there once this stream ends. So go notify yourself for that if you haven't already. Hopefully we'll do I think we're gonna do a Roblox stream tomorrow too. So we'll try to do a double stream tomorrow. Katie, thank you live from Disco. JV, thank you sub. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Like I said, join the Discord server if you haven't already. There's also, you can use the server link here too. Screenshot if you need to. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Later!